Hello, hello. We are muted. Anyone want to do a quick recap of where we are, what we're doing, what's going on for some 100 XP? 100 XP on the line. Go, go, go.
See, last time I remember
You
we
guys
were
don't remember, do
scoping
you?
out.
Nobody
We
cares.
were scoping.
Sorry, go
All
ahead.
right, I'm gonna be quiet.
No, go for it. 100 XP is yours.
Care.
He's just sadly eating ice cream now.
We got this, Jose, right? We went to the castle and we
Uh-huh.
talked to the king, and we overheard the brothers bitching about thinking it's the people from the Assassin's Guild, and one
what's the
brother
city
thinks they
called?
should start a war.
Morok.
What?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, your nose.
Oh, I knew that. I just didn't hear what you said.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Anyway, so then we went and talked to my kid in the background, Jet. Oh, what did I just press? No.
Did you just
Not paying
Google
for
because
stuff.
you thought he was cute?
What?
Proceed.
And he was all like happy when we were like, yeah, we think this is some conspiracy or something going on because this assassin was way too easy to kill. So he was like, all right, well, kind of investigate this shit for me a little bit. And then we are going to be helping the king, like, be, I don't know, honorary guards or something for him announcing his successor tonight. So then we did some investigating. We checked out the body and determined that the medal, or what was it, the coin and the body both had protection magic and like healing magic on them, but it was like pretty well dissipated, so we're pretty sure it was like used, like the spells were used right before he died, pretty close to that. And Saska ran off to do some weird fucking shit. We don't know. He like disappeared. He went into La La Land. He like ditched us and was like, I gotta go, mysteriously. Like, peace out, bro.
And left us to deal with that body all by
Yeah,
ourselves.
so we took the body out. Shirazi did some detecting magic on it. Then we burned it. Then we came back to town. Met back up with Saska, and he was like, yo, the elves want me to help them prevent the like mass murder of elves or something. I don't know.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah. I
yeah,
told
he
him
did.
basically everything except that the elves want me to investigate them.
Okay.
And then we went to the meat market, and I seduced my meat vendor some more.
True.
Got me some food.
I'm pretty sure the meat vendor is getting ready to propose marriage at this point.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? He's gonna leave
Hopefully
his
he's
wife
rich.
and his, 5 kids. Home
Natalia, the homewrecker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good job. Get 100 experience. So
Do I get 50 for chiming in that one thing that I remember?
you can get as much experience as Bella wants to deduct from her 100 for the help sheet.
I'm just teasing. It's fine.
I mean, I'm just saying, she left out a lot of stuff.
Okay, what did you leave out, sir? I pretty much covered it. What else?
Well,
You
she
called
didn't
her
say
out.
that we got questioned by Jet, and he
She
read
said
our
that,
mind.
kinda.
Yeah, I mean, I told him we talked to them and shit. Sorry, I didn't say he read our minds. Ugh.
Well, specifically.
No, I'm not gonna take her experience away from her.
I was just joking. If you add anything meaningful, I'll give you experience.
No.
No. Okay, well, specifically, we ended with a noble asking Escanor to help him with his rat problems. Do you guys remember that?
Something? I legitimately don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, I
Yeah,
like.
we
I
were-
honestly, legitimately don't remember that. Did I go AFK or something?
Oh, did
So
you?
that's when we went to the square, and we were kind of scoping it out to kind of set up the security. And one of the nobles approached Escanor while we were in the square,
I
saying
think
that
I
he had a
might
really
have had
bad.
to go put my kid down
Oh,
slightly
you might have
early,
missed
maybe
that.
when you did that.
Okay, sorry. So yeah,
Well,
that's all you missed. Yeah.
a nobleman approached Escanor and asked him that he had a serious rat problem if he could.
So right before that, oh, thank you. Right before that, you guys were figuring out where you wanted to be during the new speech. So this stuff in front of you is not here. Sorry, this is just set up for later. Is that okay? So just imagine no
Okay.
one's
Yeah.
here, but the table thing is here, the stage. So let's just do a quick little recap of that. You guys were figuring out where you wanted to be. Sasuke, you said you wanted to be on a rooftop, right?
Yeah,
So are you on rooftops now, like scouting out a place to be? Like, what are you guys doing right
pretty
now?
much. Right
Okay.
now, I am probably over here on this a low hanging rooftop, making sure I can see the entire square.
Okay. And Shirase, what are you doing? You're just scoping
I
out
was
a
just
place to
looking.
be.
Yeah, I was just sort of figuring out where I needed to be. I was
Natalia?
considering a rooftop as well, just
Okay.
because I don't have a lot of offensive melee abilities, but I can like shoot a crossbow.
Mhm.
I'm just checking out like the stage area, making sure that nothing looks like fishy to me or like something that could be used against the king. Like I don't know, if someone like tried to like put some sort of low key trap up here.
Mm. And
Gun
Escanor,
powder.
were you just chilling, looking for a good spot to be?
I was just looking at the general flooring. I was pretty much going to be kind of somewhere in the center of.
Okay, so if anyone at any point when this noble approaches him are looking at Escanor and his vicinity, so I would assume Sasuke, if you're looking at everything, you would probably see this. I don't know. Would all of you notice this? I think you would.
I
Unless
mean,
you're
I'm
like
a-
actively.
They gotta have a
Is,
skill of perception.
Doesn't everyone have a skill called perception?
Yeah, I believe where we last left it, both Sasuke and actually Shirase kind of overheard Noble saying it and said, "Oh, I can help with."
That didn't happen.
Bet you can.
I actually forget. Did that actually happen? I think you're you're memeing, right?
No, she really did say that.
Really?
I think you're confusing this rat problem with the one that was hitting on Glitter Skim and the other.
No, you actually spoke that.
I just don't remember that because I remember him asking you to come alone. You said, yeah, sure, because he specifically said he didn't want people to know he had rats.
Yeah,
'cause
he
he's-
said that after the fact. He's like, "I'd prefer if it was you."
Oh, and then you said no problem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I don't remember. Did I ask you for perception checks when this was happening? I may
We
not
could
have
roll
because
them
Bella
again.
wasn't there. Okay, yeah, let's just retcon a little bit, and this guy's approaching and talking to him. Give me a round of perceptions. As you're looking at this encounter happening with your friend and some guy you don't know. Okay. So Shirase, you don't think anything of it? You think this guy's just talking to him? I don't know if you're trying to overhear it, or I guess you already did. So you don't think of anything of it. Natalia, what do you think? You notice that he's pretty nervous. He's kind of in like a nervous state when he's asking this. Sasuke, from up far, you notice that something just seems odd about this guy. But Natalia, you have a clear view of him, and you know this guy's he seems very nervous when he's talking to Escanor. Did you roll me a perception? Yeah, this guy just seems like he really wants your help. So, yeah, he came up to you and he asked you for help. What would you like to do? I know you've already said you'll go, but I'm just kind of retconning that a bit because you've had a chance to examine the situation more, so...
So I just think he looks odd.
Yeah, you think something seems off about him. That's all you're kind of getting from your vantage point up there.
Okay, I will probably take out an arrow and knock it, but not pull it back.
Sure. So wait, you're aiming it at him?
No, I have the arrow. So I have the arrow
So you
out.
just have it like pointed downwards, but you're knocked. It's knocked in your bow.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So all I have to do is draw and fire.
Okay.
I'm kind of just watching, waiting to see what Escanor does before I do anything or say anything.
If you weren't like next to him, if you were on the stage, you wouldn't have heard. You would have just seen. So you don't know what's happening. You just know.
Yeah. I know. I'm
Okay.
just saying that, like, I'm just sort of like watching him from afar. I obviously don't know
Right.
what he's saying or talking about. I'm just kind of watching to see like what Escanor kind of like does with the guy before I like make a move or do anything or say anything to them.
Yeah, that's fair. Escanor, it's your moment. What would you like to respond to this guy?
Does this guy have a name?
Jack Goldfeather.
Jack Gold.
I
I'll
think I
look at
probably
him.
hold on. Just because I don't remember if I told you this, but because you grew up in like the noble district, you're like acquaintances with him. Like you've seen him, you've never really spoken to him, so you don't really know him well. But you know he is like a noble. Like he's not lying or whatever.
Yeah. You know, I'll say, okay, Jack. Let's step over here and tell me what's going on, since I can visibly see he's nervous.
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't see he's nervous. You
Oh,
rolled
I
a 9.
couldn't?
You just think he really wants your help.
Okay, well, I'll still ask him to just step over here and see
Sure.
if he can tell me.
You asked him to tell you more.
Well, like, what kind of problem?
Okay, yeah. So he just says, "Yeah, like I said, I don't know how they got there. Just there's at least 2 or 3 of them in there, and it's pretty embarrassing. I don't leave any food out or anything that spoils. Maybe someone's playing a prank on me or something, but you know me, I can't get my hands dirty, and I don't really want words to spread. And can you just help me, please? I'll pay you. I'll pay you."
Okay, very well. Let me excuse myself. Oh,
What do you mean? Excuse yourself.
oh,
Where?
I'm in the middle of something here, and
It's
kind
pretty
of
urgent. I'm having guests over. I need it done ASAP.
I understand, but I need to excuse myself from these people.
Okay. He'll be kind of standing there, like kind of like itching at his arm and waiting for you, looking at you.
Okay, so I'm about 5 feet away now.
Oh, you just approach. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll speak up next time. But I hop down and make my way over because that looks suspicious. to
So
me.
I
Okay.
turn around and see that everybody has gotten immensely close.
You
Like,
yeah. If you're looking at him, he
oh.
just kind of like he gets like a little like scared because you guys are all like
and they're
good
sitting
ones.
right on me now.
Yeah, you guys are all joining around him.
It's like,
What's-
it seems
the
to
problem?
that there's some pressing matter that I must attend to. I will return as quickly as.
That guy is super nervous and looks super fishy. You don't see that?
I'll give you another perception check if you look back at him, just for Escanor. Ooh, yeah. You definitely can tell he's very nervous looking.
Yeah, I do see it now.
Now, he just told you that, I mean, he's nervous, maybe because he's embarrassed that he has rats.
Escanor,
yeah.
what is so important that it takes precedence over our job of making sure that everything's safe here for the announcement?
Well, he was telling me he's got apparently some rat problem, and he's just too embarrassed to involve anybody else.
Why don't you try to go use your diplomatic charm with this city to talk him into letting you bring a few friends to help?
Yeah, I
I mean-
mean, I'm pretty good at catching rats. I mean,
He's insisting I go alone.
He'll kind of
So-
shout out at you guys. Are you coming? I need this done as soon as possible.
I said he looks pretty nervous, and he's asking you to go off with him by himself. That's a little suspicious.
I'll kind of like shout over at the guy like and say something like, "Oh, the rest of us are super adept at killing rats," and not like shout where other people could hear, just like where he could hear.
So
Like,
he'll
not to,
kind of
like,
walk
make
up
it
and
known.
he'll walk up to you guys now and he'll say, Escanor, I thought I told you to not tell people, but okay.
Okay, so I'm looking at him quite intensely at this moment, almost enough to make him feel uncomfortable.
Alright, give me another perception check. Or even a sense motive if you are feeling something's off.
Which would you rather I roll? Not to meta, but my perception
I'll-
is way higher than
I'll
my
give you one.
sense
So your perception is just going to tell you like what you see about him. Your sense motive will tell you like if you think something else is going on kind of thing. So it's up to you
Sure,
what
why
you want to. Okay. So yeah, you just think he's a guy.
No,
who-
I think he's a human, and I don't like him.
He's just another one of those rich humans who want the lower class to take care of his problems.
so I'm kind of polishing my nails on my robe and say, you know, that we're friends and we're not going to, you know, tell anybody else, but that we're better together if he truly needs his rats taken care of.
If you can't think a strong guy like this can't take a few rats on his own, I did offer some pay, but I'm not increasing it for all of you. It's the same amount of pay.
Listen, Jack, you know, you seem to be. It seems to be more than just embarrassed.
What do you mean?
What's really going on here?
There's nothing going on. You were the best person to contact with this. If you feel like it's too scary, I guess I have to contact someone else. But I really thought you would just take care of this for me. I mean, me and your dad are friends. I see him sometimes. I've given him a few favors. I just don't know why this is such a big deal.
I'm going to attempt to like sidle up to him and flirt with him and be like, "Oh, it's okay. We can come help. Don't worry."
Give me a charisma check.
Good roll, good roll, good. Oh fuck!
He
You headbutt him. He's gay.
no,
Exactly gay.
he just he kind of senses what you're doing. He's you know I'm married, right? And he just kind of shoves you off. Not shoves you off, like brushes you aside and says, Escanor, this is serious. You friends seem like this is a joke. Please, can you? This will take you maybe 10 minutes. It's not a huge thing. Please.
And I just say, you know,
If you guys
don't
insist on
expect
coming, come with him. Then it's a simple task.
all right, let's go, guys.
Do you guys all agree?
can-
You want to go?
Rat kebabs tonight.
I didn't hear confirmation from Saska and Escanor.
Oh yeah, Saska nods his head.
Okay. And I assume Escanor is fine with this?
Yes.
Escanor doesn't want to go. You guys go.
Okay, so you guys you guys can take it. So he's kind of walking kind of quickly. So you guys have to like speed walk and not like a run, but like a little speed walk. He's walking in like his little speed walk towards his place. You guys follow him easily. He brings you in his house. Are you guys doing anything specifically, or are you just straight on following him to his downstairs room?
I'm actually paying attention to see if anyone's following us.
Okay, interesting. Give me a perception check. Okay, give me a second. So, describe to me what you're doing. Are you like looking behind you?
I mean, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I'd be doing the same thing, looking either direction as far as side to side while we're following him.
Okay.
Now that we've noticed that he was definitely nervous about something.
I mean, I'm doing that thing where like it looks like I'm doing other things, but I'm actually checking behind us mostly. Like I'll bend down to make sure that my shoe is tied, and just take a quick
How you gonna
look
keep
back.
up doing that?
I'm faster than all of you.
I mean, he's pretty swift.
Yeah, so I did say he's speed walking. So if you stop to, you like, if everyone's trying to keep up with him, you can't just stop moving for like a minute. Like you'll lose sight of him. It's pretty
not
busy
not
out.
a minute, like 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can stop for
Not
10
even
seconds.
10 seconds, more like 2 seconds.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. He's not running, but he's just like
I'm trying not to be super noticeable.
Yeah.
Like checking behind us, but
he's walking.
if
with
I see the
purpose.
same guy in the black hood that has been following us for 10 minutes.
Wait, what?
Like if I see the same guy in the black hood who's
What same
always
guy?
back behind us. Just saying.
It's
That's,
just-
that's
Oh, if you see that. Okay.
example.
I was like, what?
Sorry.
I was like, what? Okay. So yeah, okay.
Right, I'm the DM. Is there something I don't know about?
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. So it's busy out. Everyone's getting ready for the new announcement. It's not as busy as it was before because everyone's kind of like freaked out about what happened before, and it's kind of weird that the king said it's gonna happen again tonight, and everyone's just kind of nervous. But it's still festive out. There's a lot of people staying because a lot of the people stayed in the town to wait for the new one, so it's pretty busy. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary. It's just a lot of people walking around. You can't really tell if anyone would be following you. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
In this distance that you're walking. But yeah, you approach his house. He lets you in. Are you guys looking for anything particular as he opens his door and lets you in, or are you guys just walking in, following him?
I'm just following at this point.
Okay. So yeah, he lets you guys in. He will. Do any of you have knowledge, rank, and nobility? Can you give me a knowledge nobility check as you walk in and look around the house? Yeah.
I
So
do.
you. Sorry. someone's like- Oh,
Oops,
okay.
sorry, I double clicked, but yeah.
Ooh, okay. So both of you would notice his house seems rather what's the word? It seems kind of vacant. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of like empty space. It's not like a noble's house you guys would know would usually be full of things and a lot of furniture and excess things. This seems rather bare bones kind of. Like it has like clearly he lives here. It just seems like it's not what you would expect from a typical noble's house. Yeah, Saska, you're not really.
I can't tell.
Yeah, you're not.
I
Really,
I don't know what the inside of a noble's house looks like.
Exactly. Yeah, you just think this is a normal human dwelling, nothing special here. Escanor, you spent some time in the noble district. You've seen a fair noble houses. This is odd. It strikes you as odd, but not like super unusual. Like maybe he's just like a weird person who doesn't value material things or whatever. But the typical noble you've encountered, their house would be way more full of stuff, and there'd be like.
Could I see signs of like possible, like they were moving out type of thing? Like maybe things are scattered, like they were trying to get out.
That's a good question. Do you not give me an untrained knowledge and ability check? Just from like your, I might give you some more stuff to get a good roll here.
Oof.
But with that nobility stuff I just said, that's like you don't know that. I would say Cherise and Natalia know that. You would kind of know that, but with that perception check, if you were specifically looking for like traces of people like leaving, you don't see anything leaving in a hurry kind of thing. But you do notice that you are familiar that this guy is married, and you'll kind of notice that there is an absence of like feminine objects around. Like it just doesn't seem like his wife's been around. That's the feeling you kind of get when you look around. You don't see any like any of her hairbrushes or any of the typical any of the typical like noble female stuff. Like you don't see any like dresses or like propped up or anything like that, like any effeminate colors around, like any. It just like it looks like a bare bone house, kind of like a bachelor noble would be living here. Like clearly he has money, but it just seems like perhaps his wife hasn't been here in a while, or she's moved out, or something like that.
Are there signs of the children?
He doesn't have children.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Sorry, my bad.
No, he said he was married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna just say, it's this way to the cellar where I heard the rats. My wife is obviously the one who saw them, but I just took her word on it. I didn't go down and check. And
I kind of mutter, like, just sort of under my breath, like, wow. It kind of comment a little bit about the house, that I had noticed that it was kind of bare bones.
You say that?
Yeah, just like a sort of mutter, like, wow, this is not what I would have thought a noble house would look like.
Wow.
Because I noticed that, the bare bones of the house.
And he kind of furrows his brow at you, and he looks at you and up and down and says, well, I'm not too familiar, I don't want to be rude, but do cat folk have homes? Do you even know what a home would be?
Do you even have a house?
Sir, I can assure you that I have studied for many years, and I've read many books. I know what a noble house would look like.
Oh, okay, well, I am a noble, and this is my house, so I'm not sure what you're getting at, but yes, I've emptied that place a little bit, but I don't know what you're insinuating. It's kind of rude, but I just need you to take care of a problem.
You said your wife noticed these. Where is she?
Sorry, what was that?
You said your wife is the one that noticed the rats. Where is
Yes.
she?
I don't see why that's important. She's out for the day.
She take all her things with her?
Excuse me? What are you... I didn't ask you guys here to examine my life and what's happening in my life right now. Can you guys just take care of the rats or not?
I'll raise my eyebrows and turn to the rest and say, let's go have a look at these rats.
Yes, let's. We need to get back to what we were doing before anyway. So
yes, I thought you had something important to do.
You first, Jack.
I'm not taking care of the rats. That's why I brought
No,
you
I
here.
mean, having him,
show us where they are.
Yes, it's right over here, and he walks to the cellar, he unlocks it, and he opens the door, and he says, it's down there.
Can I have this key while we go down there?
Sure. He hands you the key.
Okay. Thanks.
So, are you guys walking down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down we go.
Be walking down.
I will unlimber my scythe.
Okay. So, what order are you walking down the stairs?
I will be walking ahead since this was my request.
1 second. Let me get all your little tokens on the board.
I probably would be in the middle of the party. Either behind Escanor or...
Saska, do you want to bring up the rear? Do you want me to bring up the rear?
No, I forget that we have two other melee, so instead I will unlimber my bow and I'll be in back.
Okay, so then I'll go after Escanor, and then Shirazi can be right behind me.
All right, just order yourselves wherever how you're walking down. And let me know does anyone have dark vision? I think someone did, right?
I
do.
low light vision.
I have
There's
dark
dim
vision.
light. There's dim light in the center of the room. He'll tell you that he left the lights on. There's some candles burning in the middle, but you can't really see it from this angle, so you'll have to cross the angle
Okay.
to.
I
It's
also have
top
low
right
light
at the
vision.
entrance.
Yeah, you're walking. Those are stairs. You're walking down. This is where you all are. Yeah.
I'll
You're gonna want to
like,
put your cat in the back.
I'll put my hand on Escanor's shoulder and be like, do you want me to go first? I can see better in the dark than you.
Sure, Natalia, that would be great.
Okay, so you guys are walking there. Let me do some revealy. Hold up.
Mhm.
And you said you had dark vision, right?
60 feet, yes.
Okay.
What's the name of your cat?
Haru.
Haru.
Yes, Haru.
So when you step there, you should be able to see. Oops, I fucked it up. You should be able to see all this.
Whoa, there's like a shark. Oh, okay. I thought that was like a shark.
So can I get some perception checks as you walk down here? And you're looking in this room? Or if you're doing anything specifically, please let me know. Ooh.
Jesus.
Is that a
So-
wall?
Everyone except Natalia, you guys hear the sound of rats. You hear like, and it's coming from behind this. You definitely hear there's at least like 3 or 4 of them. You hear them like behind this wall. You hear like them knocking some random thing over.
Someone wanna let me know what you hear?
Natalia, there sounds like I can hear those rats, man. There's a lot of.
Where's the
least
sound
3 or
coming
4.
from? I don't hear them.
Behind the wall where you're
Behind
at?
the wall here.
Okay.
So wait, before you start moving, are you doing anything specific? Or are you just heading to the sound? Or are you drawing your weapons, I assume? And...
Well, yeah, I'll obviously have my weapon drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I've got shield and sword out.
I'll be kind of constantly, like, looking around for movement.
Okay. Just move your characters where they would go. Okay, stop there. As you turn the corner, I'll reveal what you see. The dragon.
Dun, dun,
Oh
dun.
no, the Demogorgon.
It's a rat dragon.
So you just see one rat,
cute.
and when he sees you, he hisses at you, and he starts to move towards you. Everyone can roll me some anish. A little anishi-nish.
You're gonna want to pull up the turn order. There you go.
Does anyone care about rounds? Whatever.
Not particularly, no.
Me.
Did you roll initiative for your cat?
I do
Really?
slightly, but I can
Did
keep
I?
track of
Do
it on
I?
my own.
Okay.
I think you rolled initiative for your cat.
No, it was me. It was my character sheet. It was a 4.
You just might have been clicking on your cat's token when you rolled it.
Oh, that's probably right.
Should I delete that from the turn order?
If you don't care.
Hacks.
Alright, let me just pull up this rat stats. Roll him some nice HP.
That looks like something Bella would want to keep.
Can you see his HP bar?
No.
Nope.
No.
A skeletal rat.
Oh, it says you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I was having that issue in my game too. There's got to be something somewhere deeper in the settings, because mine say show, but they, like the nameplates won't show, even though I have it clicked.
How about now?
Mm-mm.
So weird. Regardless, whatever. I'll just, if you ask how it's doing or whatever, I'll let you know. Okay. Who's up first? Saska, what are you doing?
I will plant and fire 2 shots.
Sure. The rat falls dead. At the end of your turn, you hear the other rats come out from under the bags behind you. Give me a second.
I'm gonna move my feet real-
Behind us?
You'll see them. They're coming out.
Ooh.
Oh, I killed one and 6 more pop out. They're Hydra rats.
Tail Hydra.
Juicy
Dang.
rats.
Okay. Natalia. I'll say they have scurried out just so you don't have to like walk into bags to hit them.
Yeah, I was just trying to see. I don't think I have my reach yet, so I think I have to get right up on them. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to move 10, 15, 20 right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using power attack and have entered my blood rage, and I will be attacking that rat.
Raging just for some rats? Jesus.
Why the hell not?
Don't you have a limit per day? Whatever.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oof. This rat gets sliced into two and his blood smears the other rats behind him, and he is dead.
Alright, one of the rats.
Is that your turn?
Ooh,
Yep, that's my
Roger.
turn.
Roger, did you see that shit?
Sarisa.
Alright, I move over to Escanor and ask if he would like me to give him some guidance.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
We are technically still in the city, aren't we?
Oh, that's
You are in the
true.
city? Correct.
So
So I can't do that. I can't do magic.
I'll just shout over to you. Remember, magic may not work.
I groan and I nod, and so let's see. So I move over here and I shoot this rat with my crossbow.
Get him. The bolt goes in him, but it doesn't look like it hurt him that much.
Shoot him in the pinky toe.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn, by the way.
Okay. Give me a second. Just making sure I have... Oh, I see what happened here.
Oh, there's an HP bar.
Figured it out. Give me a second to update these real quick so you can see how much your bolt did to the one rat. As you've seen, they're not super challenging for you guys. That's why this guy wanted you to come here alone, but you guys were so distrustful. Alright.
Never split the party.
Diaretto. He's the one who you just shot, so he's gonna scurry up to you and try to bite you.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit you?
I have 13 AC.
Oof. So that hits you. You take 3 points of damage. And you also need to give me a fort save.
Oof.
As he sinks his teeth in you, and you're fine. You felt like something was almost going to impact you as his teeth are kind of stayed in you for a bit, but you shake him off and nothing really happens from that. Escanor.
I move forward and strike the stupid rat.
Get him. Kill him.
Oof. You try to hit him, but you just miss him as the rat moves out of the way of your blade. It strikes the floor. Do you want to do anything else?
Watch out, you got a little piece of black on you there.
Huh?
Jaeger's just
Oh,
giving me a hard
eh.
time. Are you happy?
No, my turn.
The rats. So this rat, they're not too smart creatures, so it sees in front of it, it attacks in front of it. It's gonna go for Natalia.
Bring it on.
Tries to bite you. I assume an 8 is not gonna hit you.
No.
This one's gonna go for you too. 7's not gonna hit you, I assume.
Nope.
This one wants to help his little buddies out, kill this. Oh my god, 4's not gonna hit you?
Nope.
Jesus.
Hey guys, I think Natalia got this.
And one more rat. 10, oh my god, okay, well they all missed. I think Natalia is just like kind of making, like taunting them.
Matrix.
Yeah, no, not Matrix. She's just like stepping aside as they try to chomp on her, not really giving her a hard time.
She's a good
Saska,
dancer.
that's a new round.
What's about that last one right there? Did that one move up also?
Yeah, sorry, that one went to hit Natalia as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna charge.
You can't charge. You want to charge?
Yes.
You have charge in a straight line. You can't charge through allies. I believe. If you want to challenge me, look it up. If I'm
I
wrong,
do
you
believe
can do
the
it.
straight line is true, and I would assume you wouldn't be able to go through allies because you're like
Yeah, you're charging.
literally charging forward. Can't like
Meh.
move through them like you normally.
I
What
believe.
about between allies?
I mean, yeah, I'll allow that. If you want to go like this path,
Nah.
if you want to charge this one, you can do this. If you want to move here, if you want to charge like that. But you can't like charge through Shirase to this.
No, I will move to there and take another. Now I can't do rapid shot because I've moved, so this is a single shot at the one at that one, and I believe I get a -4 to attack.
If you don't have the feet, correct.
So that probably
So
doesn't-
that arrow just bounces off the bags to the back as you miss. The rat's a little smaller target than you're used to. And is that it for your turn?
that will be my turn, yes.
Natalia, you got 4 rats surrounding you. They're about the size of dogs. They're bigger than normal rats.
Okay, so I have left Blood Rage because these things don't seem like they're worth using.
Wow, okay.
Keeping power attack on. I'm going to attack this one. Oof.
Ooh, as you mock them, the rat moves out of the way as your blade strikes the wall next to him.
Damn.
Are you doing anything
He
else?
needed.
Oh, John.
Hmm?
Your thing still says streaming Rise of the Rune Lords.
Oh, shit.
Just so
Such
you
a
know.
noob. I'll fix that. Thank you. This is our 3rd session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that correction. I will spare your life, perhaps. Are you done?
Yes.
Shadise.
All right, so I am pretty annoyed with that rat having tried to bite me, or actually
Mm.
did bite me. So I am going to attack it with my dagger.
Ooh, that is a hit. And you just kind of prick him, and he
Hit him in the other pinky toe.
I
That was
shouldn't
an
laugh.
accident.
He's at least hitting the damn thing.
you draw blood on him, but you can tell he's still ready to fight back. And it's his turn now, unless you have something else you want to do.
No, that's it.
Okay, he's gonna try and bite you again. You said you had 13 AC, so 12's gonna miss.
Yes.
Okay, he misses as he tries to chomp down on you. Escanor.
I'm going to strike him again. I forgot to mention the last time, but I am using power.
Okay, just make sure you have it checked off on your sheet and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, Escanor.
Mm.
Ooh, so your sword or your scimitar misses, but the shield comes clattering down on him with 9 bludgeoning damage. You squish that rat and he splats. Do you want to do anything
Sorry,
else?
should I say if it got on you?
Yeah, a little blood did splurt on her because that was a huge smash with your shield. It's pretty gruesome. You got like little rat entrails on the edge of your shield. Are you doing anything else?
No, I'll end my.
You do have a move action if you want to move. Just to let you know. You don't have to. You do see Natalia surrounded by 4 rats. It's up to you. She can clearly handle herself, but...
Question: is there a minimum distance that you have to be at for charge?
I believe it's 10 feet. That I'll have to actually check. But you already attacked, so you have to attack and charge. So if you want to charge now... Oh, so you want to charge next turn kind of thing.
That's what I was
Is that what
getting
you're
at.
asking? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Yeah, so you'd have to stay there and you could charge next round.
She's a good dancer. I'll wait.
Okay. The rats are going to make their volleys of bites at Natalia. Ooh, does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Oh, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. Okay, so these rats are making bite attacks and they're all missing Natalia. She's way too good for these rats. Oh, they all miss. They all make their chomps and she just backs away easily. It's a new round,
Just
Saska.
got rats.
It must be all that meat she bought.
Oh god.
That is true. She
Excuse
does have
me,
a lot
all
of
that
meat on
free
her.
meat.
She got a lot of free meat on her. They do smell it. Maybe that's why they went for her. Saska sees all the rats hissing and trying to claw and bite at Natalia without success.
Okay, I'll step up, make a scythe power attack against this guy.
Okay.
Oof.
Unfortunately, that does not hit the rat, and he easily escapes your scythe blade. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Alright, I'm attacking this one again. Big numbers only.
Oof. That rat is good at dodging your blade. He gets out of the way.
Little
Laughs
fuckwad
at
rat.
you. He's laughing at you too.
Anything else? They are not laughing.
No.
Shall we say?
Alright, so I'm gonna point my crossbow at this rat here and
Mhm.
try to shoot him.
Ooh, you definitely nail that rat. He looks like he's on his last will of strength there as a bolt pierces his body. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
It gives you a wild hiss as the bolt enters it. Escanor.
I'm going to charge this guy.
Okay, and you have a charge buff on your character sheet, right? Because you get some changes to your attack and stuff with it.
+2 attack, -2 AC.
Where should I see that?
Where your power attack is, right? It should say charge. Maybe did I not make it for you? Let me check your character. Ooh, I didn't. Okay, well, we'll just know you got, what is it, +2 to hit? Or is it +1?
+2 attack,
Plus-
-2 to AC.
Okay, so just remember you have -2 AC, and we'll add 2 to your attack when you make your attack. I'm not sure if you can use both your attacks. I guess why not, right?
So, why not go ahead, or why not?
I'm just quickly checking, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Says after moving, you may make a single melee attack.
Okay. But he's like a dual fighter thing. Okay, but yeah, just make 1 attack for now. We'll look into it later, I guess. If you can charge and make both your attacks. Oof, that's definitely a hit. And you smash that rat to smithereens.
He gets guts all over Natalia and Saska now.
Yeah, that definitely splatters on them a little bit. So just remember you have -2 to your AC for the coming round, if any of them attack you.
Mm-hmm.
So this one goes first. It just saw its little buddy get splattered in front of him, but he's already engaged with Natalia, so he's just going to make a bite at her. 17, does that hit you?
Nope.
What? Okay, well, he misses. Jeez. Natalia the tank over here. Another bite attack from another rat. Clear miss. These rats are having a hard time. They all miss her. Saska, you're up.
I will just step forward and actually, I think I'll step around her and attack that one. Hey, let me show you how to kill this, okay?
Wait, where were you before here?
Yeah, see, that's how you
Oh.
do it.
That rat gets
Ooh.
eviscerated. It's cut in two with a scythe coming right through down the middle of it, and blood splatters everywhere.
Right?
Anything else?
That whole anime thing where you just the screen turns
Nani?
black and you just see a flash.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
No, I believe that's all I can do with this turn.
Okay. Natalia. You're gonna take that sass from Saska?
I'm gonna ignore him and attack her in front of me.
Ooh, she returns the favor and destroys this rat very easily. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't think this rat is gonna be able to touch me, so I'm gonna move here to give Escanor
Flankaroonie.
a flank bonus. So
As you
take your
move, the rat tries to bite you, but you're too quick and you move right past him.
get fucked, rat.
Sure you say.
Okay, so I'm going to move right here
Mm-hmm.
and try and shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. Ooh, the bolt just misses and hits the sack of oats behind it. Anything
Alright,
else?
that's my turn. Nope, that's my turn.
Escanor.
I strike it with my scimitar.
Go for it. You have flanking bonus, but doesn't matter. You hit it, and it dies. So we're gonna stay in combat here for a second as I check something as your blade slices through the rat.
It's the wife.
What's the wife?
The next thing
Uh-oh.
that's going to attack us is going to be the wife. She's a weird rat, right?
Okay, that's a good guess. Just give me a second.
Could we make perception checks to see if we notice whatever's coming out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's not even a crit.
One second. I'm just pulling some things up, and you're making perceptions. Okay. Let me make some rolls here. See if any of you die to the hidden fireball trap. Teehee.
Teehee.
Ooh, this is
By
interesting.
killing this rat, you've triggered the meteor.
Okay. Okay. So I'll give you a little heads up, just because, you guys are, Jose and Jess are somewhat new to D&D. So not to put pressure on you, but you noticed, only Shirase notices this, and I want you to, I'm going to count basically like 6 seconds in my head, and that's how long I'm going to give you to relay anything you want to the party or do anything, and that's going to start when I stop talking. Is that okay?
Okay, so hang on. So don't start yet. So only she notices that?
Only
because I
she
rolled
notices.
A 30.
Oh, you
I
rolled
rolled
a
a
30?
30 on my
Sorry, I
perception.
missed that. Okay, fine. Saska notices too. I don't know how the fuck you roll a 30. Okay, you rolled a 19. Fair enough. Okay, so both of you notice this. So I'm going to give you both 6 seconds to react to this. So whatever you say in those 6 seconds is what will be on the record, and then we're going to stay in initiative. Is that okay?
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So who just killed that? Escanor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So as his blade cuts through the rat, you, Saska, actually, because you're in this great, Saska and Shrise, you guys are in the optimal point of view to see in the bags to the east wall, there are 3 shadowed figures emerging from them, coming out. They're hooded. They all have black robes on, and they have swords drawn, and they are moving towards you. What would you like to do?
Natalia, Escanor, watch out.
Behind you, Escanor.
Okay. Do you guys want to roll new initiatives, or do you want to keep your initiatives?
I'm okay with keeping with these. I'm okay with either. Whatever you'd like, DM.
I'm giving you the option. Please, if no one voices a concern,
I
we're
will.
gonna...
I will stay with my initiative roll.
Well, it's
Same.
one or all. You can't choose. Do y'all want to keep your initiatives, or do you want to reroll? Sounds like you want to keep them.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
Okay. Let me just move these guys so you can see them. So that was just so you guys know, that was if you were going to be surprised or not by these guys. So you guys saw them before they could react. So I'll just say they have moved out to here during the slicing of the rat, and when you guys noticed them,
Poopy.
I'll say they moved like this.
Metallica?
Let me roll some initiatives here so they can get in the fight. See if
Oh, they're gonna fight us?
No, they just wanted to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Saska, you're up first. You notice these shadowy figures emerge from behind those sacks over there. They're, if you'd like to examine them further, let me know, but you just see shadowed figures. They're hooders down low. They have a short sword in hand and crossbows slinged on their backs.
Do they have their short swords out? Are they menacing us?
Yes,
Do
they
I
look
think they're
very
going-
threatening to you. They look like they're coming to
Okay.
attack you.
Then I will immediately fire 2 shots at this guy. So I have a
Which guy?
question
Sorry?
for you. No, I have a question for you first.
Yep.
So I don't know the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of action is it for me to take out my bow and shoot it? Maybe Steve knows the answer to that.
Do you have your sword
is
out?
it? I have my scythe out, but I want to shoot them. But I get 2 shots if I make a full round action. But I don't want to cheese it. So if it's actually like a, I have to unlimber my bow and
I
everything.
believe, just how I don't want to look up this rule to slow things down, but I believe it's a free action to pull out a weapon. So you're gonna have to, you can't sheathe your scythe. You'll have to drop it, and then
Yeah,
pull
and
out
I'm
your
literally
bow.
going to do that. So I'm going to drop my scythe onto the ground. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
going to
free action to draw the bow.
place it on the ground.
So I don't know.
Okay, and I will take 2 shots at that guy.
So you can make 2 shots with a full round action, even if you used a free action.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, free actions are free. Anything more than a free action, like a immediate action or anything like that, will actually make it so I can't take 2 shots.
Sounds good. Take your shots. Ooh. Okay, give me a second.
Okay, and he is definitely short range.
Do you guys see his HP bar?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you see the numbers?
No.
No.
Okay,
Don't
good. I was like, fuck.
But I only see his.
Yeah. I've rolled their HP. I'm just updating them real quick. Because there'd be no need to roll HP if you just wanted to talk to the peaceful guys. Like, jeez.
Yeah, I tried to assess their threat
Yeah, I know.
intentions, and you said they were definitely threatening us. So
The
Yeah, you can
friendly
still
pigs
talk to
come
him.
to rescue us from the dungeon.
It occurred to Saska to shout out, "Hey, who are you? What are your intentions?" But if they've got weapons drawn and they're dressed in black hoods, and
I mean, they're asking
Bang.
for it being dressed that way, right?
I also have another question for you, and this is
Uh-huh.
going to be it. Okay. I get bonuses against humans. Okay.
Okay.
So my question is first of all, can I tell if they're human? And second of all, if I can't tell that they're human, do I still get my bonuses?
I would say it depends on the bonus. If it's like a perception, if you don't know they're
No, this is I get
damage?
attack and damage bonuses against humanoids,
Uh,
humans.
that's an
And I
interesting.
can argue either way. Okay, the argument for is I know how humans are going to move, how they're going to react, blah blah blah. That's why I'm getting the bonus.
Yeah.
The argument against would be if I can't tell they're humans, kind of probably don't get my bonuses against them until I know that they're humans.
We'll
So
come
it's kind of
across
an
this
either or.
argument if there's ever like a iffy situation. You clearly know these are humans.
Okay, then I actually do. Then I actually have +2 more to hit
And sorry,
on
you
each of
attack
those attacks.
this guy over here.
Yes, I attacked that guy.
Okay, so your arrow shots they find their true paths and he drops dead.
Okay.
He collapses on the floor as those arrows strike him. Anything else?
I mean, I mutter something to myself, but nobody else should be able to hear what I say.
Okay. Natalia.
Oh, I do want to say this that
Mm-hmm.
when, in case anyone's listening and they actually speak Elven, whenever I draw an arrow with my bow, there's a very faint whispered phrase that can be heard in Elven. So if anyone
I can speak out.
wants to, so if you want to make a perception check, I don't know. Do you want her to make a perception check to see if she hears what the bow actually says something every time I draw an arrow?
Is it whispered or is it just said?
It says a whispered phrase can be heard in Elven.
Yeah, if she wants to, if she's listening intently, she'll be able to hear it. So she's pretty close to you. No check needed. If you're just, if you think your
In
character would
Elven,
be
it
here,
says swift defeat to my enemies.
yeah. So she hears that.
Okay.
So Natalia, your blade comes straight across this guy and you gash him right in the shoulder, and he is wounded. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Sure do you say. Your allies have
Alright.
flung into combat and are murdering these people. What would you like to do?
I want to try and hit this guy with my crossbow.
Sure. Oh, you definitely do hit him. You get him right in the chest, right in close to the heart, and he's hurting.
Pow! Right in the kiss.
Wait, is
Yeah,
this
how did-
16 damage?
How
or
does the
do you-
damage? How's the damage rolled there? Because that looks really weird to me.
So you rolled an 8 on your 1d8.
It's a 4 and a 4, so 1d whatever is her roll, and so it's doubled. So there's 2 rolls, which she rolled 4 and 4, and then she doesn't have any bonuses, so there's nothing multiplied by 2, so it's 8.
So she hit
So-
for normal 8, and then her crit is also just 8 damage?
Yes.
That's weird.
Because so how
I
this
see.
works
Yeah, I
is
understand
the
now.
first thing would be her damage. Like, say the crit wasn't confirmed,
Right.
then you would take that first roll if the crit wasn't confirmed or a mob couldn't be critted on. The second roll is re-rolling damage at double damage. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, she got worse rolls there, so ended up rolling 8.
Yeah, and this makes sense because in real life, if you would roll the hit, you wouldn't know if you crit beforehand, but this is calculating everything at once, so that's why it seems odd. But yeah, okay, so you hit him for 8 damage. It still looks like he's hurt. You still hit him right in the chest. He's bleeding as the bolt enters his cloak. Escanor.
I'm going to charge this guy here.
Okay, so you'd end up here, I would say. You want to charge him? So that's a +2 to hit, right?
Correct.
So 7 damage. Your blade strikes him. Oh, that was with your shield. You charged with your shield, so you just kind of shield bash him. He gets pushed back a bit, but he's still standing barely. He's limping as he gathers himself to try and respond.
Got rat guts all over.
Okay.
I had to clean my shield.
So here's a question I actually don't know the answer to that I need to check real quick.
And I also take a temporary -2 to my AC for the next.
Correct.
That's correct.
Just checking something real fast. If something provokes an attack of opportunity, I need to know. Ah, does not. Okay, good to know. So this guy in front of Natalia to the side that just is very wounded, he looks at the girl in front of him, the guy next to her, and he has murder in his eyes, and he pulls out a silver triangle and mutters a quick prayer to his god and channels negative energy. So I need Natalia and Escanor to make me a will save. As negative energy bursts around him in a 30-foot radius that doesn't affect you guys as much as it should. You both take 4 damage of negative energy. All right.
You son of a.
This guy seeing his friend almost dead, he's gonna get pissed. He's gonna do I need to make an attack roll for this? I think I do. Okay, so he's gonna walk up and try and touch you, Escanor. So this will probably provoke an attack of opportunity. So if you want to strike him as he reaches to touch you, what?
Me too.
Oh, okay, yeah. You both can
So
try
both
and
of
swipe.
us.
Yeah, both of you. Oof. As he tries to reach for Escanor, he is struck down. You guys chop that guy to pieces.
To pieces! Sasuke yells out, to pieces!
As his
Oh, sorry, I'm not
final,
glitters.
as his, as his 2 friends were murdered in front of him quite easily, he drops his weapon and puts up his hands. Sasuke, your turn.
I will hold my action until at least Escanor goes.
Okay. Natalia.
No, sorry. I'm gonna actually move.
Okay.
I will move to there. I still have my bow trained on him,
Okay.
and I will end my turn.
Natalia. He's dropped his weapons and he's somewhat trembling. His hands are trembling in front of you.
I'll give Escanor a quick look, like asking him with my eyes, kill, don't kill.
Let's question him.
Okay, then I guess I will attempt to just basically grapple the dude to pull his arms behind his back or something so he can't do anything.
Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to try and seduce him.
I mean, I could.
That's one form of torture.
Hold on, I have to respond to someone real quick. Sorry, what were you doing?
I said I'm basically going to kind of grapple him, basically just take his arms and hold him behind his back. Is he going to attempt to resist? Do I need to roll my CMB?
No, he will not resist you. You can easily grab him and put him in a lock.
So I will basically do that, grab him, put him in a lock, and kind of have him facing Escanor.
Okay, so we
Cobra.
can, unless you guys, okay, Shrise, do you plan on hitting this guy or doing anything?
No, I mean I'm going with wanting to question.
Okay, and Escanor, are you stabbing him while he's held, or you want to end into combat?
That
here?
was an old roll. Oh,
No, I'm just asking.
Did I click?
no,
Oh.
no, no.
No. No, but I do pull his hood back.
Ooh.
Who was that masked man?
I knew it. It was Scrappy Doo.
Right? He says, I would have got away with it if it weren't for you kids.
And that little cat too.
All right, so we can get out of combat here as he is clearly defeated. Let me just mark down some experience for defeating these lads before I forget.
Oh, wait, they're worth experience? Oh, I kill them.
Go for it.
No, I'm kidding. Although I do have my bow trained on him. Although she's got him, I guess, in a like a
I
cobra.
will say, did you say he is the thing he was wearing was around his neck?
Yes.
I'm gonna say I removed that in the process of removing his hood.
Sure. Do you look at it closely, or are you just kind of worried about you just take it off and then look back to him?
As I take it off, I'm looking at it.
Okay. So, why don't you give me a perception check as you look at this symbol you've taken off this guy?
Of course.
Yeah, it just looks like a silver emblem. Is anyone trained in knowledge religion?
Let me check. I have a lot of knowledge, so I'm looking.
Super smart.
I will lower my bow and release the tension on the string since I
Sorry,
see.
I gotta AFK real quick. Kid did the poops.
Okay.
I do not have a rank in knowledge religion, so
No one has knowledge religion trained?
Not me.
Okay. Do you want to just take a quick break, get some water and stuff while we wait for Bella?
yeah.
Sure. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sure. So let me unmute, delete this thing. Okay, we're back. This guy has surrendered. You have him in a whole cobra hold or something that Sasuke said, and
I don't know what a cobra clutch is. I'm just holding the fuck.
and Escanor said you pulled back his hood. Is that correct?
Yes, as I was removing his amulet, I pulled back his.
So as you pull back his hood, you'll notice his trembling hands are from him laughing. He's laughing. He has a maniacal laugh. He's kind of like, and he's seems quite
Wow,
happy.
you do that way too fucking well, John.
I'm slightly crazy.
I'm gonna knee him in the back of his knees.
Okay, so he, his knees kind of buckle, and now he's kneeling on the floor. But he had like a momentary like but he continues finishing his laugh and then stops and just looking at all of you. So that's
Like,
what you have
well,
to do.
I see you don't fear death, and it was quite hysterical to see your buddies drop, like those rats over there.
Can you guys make me perception checks? As you're interrogating him.
God damn.
Escanor is involved in the interrogation. He's... Oh, wait, did you do 2 rolls there or something? Whatever. Either one,
Accidentally
you're
double click.
super... everyone's kind of focused. Sasuke is kind of near the back. He's kind of just watching, and he'll hear a slight thud from upstairs. And you'll kind of hear like a minor like a yelp, and then like a thud on the floor, and then like you'll hear like footsteps away from you. Like if you'd be able to hear it if it was coming towards you, you hear it like leaving, so it's getting quieter after all that.
I'm sorry, I need a second. She just sped up on me.
Sure.
Okay. So
Do you want clarification on that while we're waiting? I didn't really explain
Yeah,
that.
I'm
well.
guessing the guy upstairs just got jumped by this guy's buddies, and they're leaving. I'm gonna let everyone know that when she comes.
It's a good assessment.
Sorry about that, I quickly wiped it off.
It's okay. Do you need another few minutes? It's not a big deal.
No, I think I'm okay. She should calm down.
Okay.
Okay, I let the party know. I say I just heard some thumping up noise. I'm guessing there's your nobleman buddy just met a similar fate.
So as you say that, he starts laughing again. He's like, "So observant you guys are." Would you like to ask him anything or end his life? What would you like to do?
I ask, who sent you?
Who is such a broad concept? Did my boss send me? Did the gods direct my boss to tell me to come here? Who truly did send me here? That is a good question.
I just kind of roll my eyes at this.
Maybe no one sent me. Maybe I sent myself.
All right, I want to speak to your boss. Who's your boss?
Who really is your boss? Is it you? Or is it someone who commands you what to do? Or is it a higher power? I, for one, am my own boss. I don't know about you.
I look at Escanor and I say, we probably want to bring this guy back to Jay.
Yeah. Hey, Natalia. Knock.
I think he was trying to say knock him out. He cut off for me.
As you... Okay, do you just do it right away? He's about to like open his mouth to say something. I don't know if you want to...
Okay, yeah, I'll wait till he says whatever he's gonna say.
It'd be a shame if I weren't be able to tell you something really important, Escanor. I don't know, your friend just told you one of my buddies left. I don't know where he could be going. Maybe it's important to know.
How do you know my name?
How indeed. There's so many things I know, so many things you should know.
I just roll my eyes and say, guys, this guy isn't gonna talk, at least not to us.
Maybe I'm wasting your time, he interrupts you. Maybe I'm just stalling. Who knows? But talking is a good way to figure it out. Why don't you ask me some questions?
We'll see if the guards have any torturers that can get better answers out of you.
Oh, torture's so barbaric. You trying to intimidate him?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just make some rolls here. You are trying to intimidate this boy.
I hate to do this, but I want to check. So while that's happening, I'm just gonna go upstairs and see if the guy's still alive.
If the while this is going on, you want to do what?
I'm gonna walk upstairs and see if Jack is still alive.
Okay, so let's just so as Natalia tries to, what do you do to intimidate him?
I'm just gonna like yank his neck back and probably like I don't
Bite
know,
him.
threaten. No, I'm gonna threaten and be like, I'll tell him something like, I know far worse ways to torture people than mere guards.
Such a beautiful young lady and making such vile threats. Do you pull him closer, or do you just kind of yank his did you kind of pull him to you, or what did you do?
I just well, like, so obviously I'm holding him like his arms like with like one, and I just like, I don't know, like yank him back to startle him a little bit, but not necessarily making him like closer to me, just like yanking him around first.
Okay. As you try to threaten him, he laughs, and then he says like, I know so much about all of you that you don't even know. And as he's saying that, Sasuke, you're walking up the stairs and you try to open the door, and there's something stopping you from opening it. Do you want to make a check to try and force it open, or?
Does it open out or in?
It opens out, so you have to like push the door open. And something's just kind of like in your way of like opening it.
A chair.
Dead body.
Sure. What would you like me to?
Well, describe to me. Are you trying to like just ram through it, or are you trying to like carefully?
Well, I mean, if it's like the door feels like it's stuck, like it sort of opens up a little bit,
it sort of opens up a little
wedged
bit.
Shut.
No, it's not like super wedged. It kind of opens.
I'm guessing the body is pressed up against the door, so
maybe
I will use my strength, but not like I'm not jerking the door open. I'm basically just kind of.
You're just trying to force it open. Yeah.
Steady pressure.
Yep. Give me a strength check. It's just kind of, it's just kind of wedged there. You can't really get it open. You can make another check in a second, but I'm just gonna go back to the party
okay.
while they're.
That's fine.
What do you guys?
In fact, I'll yell. The door's wedged.
He'll laugh. And what else do you guys want to do to this guy?
I just sort of figure that we should knock him out at this point and try to get out, because now my first thought is, when he talked about delaying us, is that they're trying to keep us from being out at the square as the extra protection.
That had occurred to me too.
So what are you guys saying or doing?
Let's just murder this asshole and go. We can figure it all out later.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
He laughs. He said, "You guys are really opposed to learning the true nature of things, aren't you?" Get it over with, then. He kind of presents his neck to you.
No, I'm opposed to your double speak, you jerk.
Silly catfolk. This is a human matter.
Tricks are for kids.
He presents his neck for you to cut it. Get on with it, then, or is this another idle threat? All right.
Shiraz is like, fuck you.
You slit his throat, and he blood trickles down, and he hunches over, and he
somewhere way off in the distance. You're not quite sure where it comes from, but you hear a whoa.
So
how do you guys feel about Charisse just slitting this guy's throat in front of all of you? Are you guys surprised? You're just kind of like, yeah, he saw it coming.
Very.
Okay, so all these bodies are on the floor.
I was gonna say, can we search the bodies?
Yeah. So just quickly, Saskia, you shove the door open enough, and yeah, you're correct. Jack's body is his throat has been cut, and he's lying helplessly on the floor.
Okay, you guys hear this?
You're telling us, Saskia?
Yes.
Okay.
You hear.
Okay.
You hear. Jack's dead.
So does anyone want to give me whoever's looking at the bodies any perception checks? Okay, so yeah, you can spend time here. Well, I don't know if you guys want to spend time here. Are you doing this quickly, or are you like taking your time and searching them thoroughly?
It's probably just for me going to be a quick check because, like I said, I'm kind of nervous now that they're, trying to delay us purposely.
Okay.
Yeah, do we know like how long we have ish? Would we have a gauge of how much time we have until we're supposed to be in the square?
Oh, you have lots of time.
Okay,
have,
then
like,
I'm
4
gonna
or
take a
5
long
hours.
check. Yeah,
Okay.
then I'm gonna.
Okay.
I would
So
say
I'm gonna come
check
back
their
down the
throat.
stairs while they're looking, and I'm gonna say, "You guys want me to get the guards?"
Sorry. As he's saying that, Escanor, you were saying?
I was just saying out loud, we should check their throats just like the other bot.
Oh. You guys look at their throats?
Yes.
Yeah, so they are the only throat cut is the one Sharice cut the other dude. The other ones just have their wounds from the ones you've inflicted. Nothing special there.
Are the
So-
pendants that they were wearing, were they similar to, like, anything with the assassins people?
No, so now that
Remember,
you
we have that handout. So it's the coin made of ruby.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is not the symbol you found. So now that you have more time, you can look at it closely. So let me just pull up the description of this thing. I did not make a handout for you this time. So you see a silver, it's made of silver. It's a cut piece into a triangle shape, and there are swirls and strands centered inside of it, or like etched into it. So if anyone has any knowledge religion, you guys would know. Basically, you all know this is a religious symbol. To get more information, I would need a knowledge religion check. If no one has it trained, pick one of you, and you can make it untrained if you want. Whoever would be, I guess.
Does
Sharice.
anyone else have? I have points in it, but it's not trained. So.
Oh, if you have a rank in it, you can do it. Sorry. When I
no,
say
I don't
trained,
have a. I don't have a rank. I have like. I just have a broad, like, all my knowledge has like. I have ability in it, just not like a rank.
So yeah, if you have the little check mark, that means you're trained in it. So you don't need a rank to roll it. The ones with asterisks, you need to be trained or have a rank to roll it. So if you're trained in it, you have the check mark, you can roll it.
Okay, I don't have the check mark, and I don't have a
Oh.
rank in it. It's like because of my
She's
class.
just saying
like,
because of her intellect or whatever, she has decent religion, but she doesn't actually have like ranks or training. It's just because the stat that gives her bonuses to it, she has a high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a studied person. I'll let you make it untrained here. If
Okay.
you roll really well, maybe I'll tell you stuff. But
So I'm sorry, you said
Knowledge
you said
religion.
It was a triangle with swirls and something.
yep, swirls and strands are etched into the center of this triangle. As Jaeger looks up the pantheon, Sharice,
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Sharice, you would know. This is a symbol of Azrael, the god of chaos.
Swirls and strands centered in an upside down triangle. Okay. I see. I was looking at it right side up, but I looked at it upside down.
Well, it's all relative. It's a triangle to say which side it is. So yeah, you would have heard through your studies.
So
This is
I'm gonna
clearly a
just
symbol
tell
of
the group that this. You said it was Azrael.
Azrael, a god of chaos.
Azrael. I'll say. Well, they were wearing the pendant for Azrael, the god of chaos.
Okay, so at that point, I'll probably say, do you guys want me to get the guards?
I nod at Saskia and said, "Go ahead. We'll need some cleanup."
Should probably get the prince direct.
I was thinking about just walking outside, catching a guard, and saying, "Hey, we need the prince here."
Then yes.
So I'll just remind you guys, because Escanor brought up a good point. Jay did ask you to look into this quietly, if this is related to the king at all. If not, there's no reason to hide anything or whatever. But that's a good point. And like just for future, like if you guys want to just like contact a random guard, but if it's regarding the secret investigation you're doing, it would kind of defeat the purpose. But I mean, you don't have to tell the guard what it's related to. But yeah, just to keep that in mind, it was a good point.
Okay.
He brought up.
So I will go outside and look for a guard, and I'll let you handle them while I'm looking for a guard.
Okay.
Make sure he doesn't see the noble's body.
Well, but you want to keep that secret from the guards, or? I mean, these guys jumped us. We have nothing to do with the fact that they killed the nobleman.
I understand, but perception is everything. If he sees through the door that there's a dead nobleman and you're standing there, they already don't like.
I kind of look at Escanor and say, maybe you should fetch the guards.
I point at her and I nod. I say, that's a much better idea.
Very well.
Okay.
Okay. While he's searching for the guard, it'll take 5 to 10 minutes to find a guard wandering around. Do you guys want to do anything while he's doing that? Or are you looking at the bodies? Oh, you did say you searched them more thoroughly, right? So aside from the emblem, you do find some other stuff. I'll tell you about that real quick. But did you want to look at anything else, or are you just looking at what they had on them?
Where did they come from?
So they were hidden behind these bags here.
So
It doesn't really show on the map, but there was room for them to hide behind them, basically.
Okay, but no, like secret doors or anything.
No. They were clearly hidden down here while you guys were fighting
If they were
around.
literally waiting for it. That means I'm muttering this out loud. They were literally waiting for us. That means the guard had, or not the guard, the nobleman had to be in on it.
Or he was like forced to go. And remember, they wanted Escanor by himself, so this was like a setup and a trap for Escanor, basically.
Ooh.
Almost like they want to get Escanor out of the way.
Well, but this might have nothing to do with the king. This might literally just have something to do with Escanor.
I didn't say for what reason they were trying to set him up and trap him. It was clearly
Escanor's
meant for
father
him.
is a noble, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't know if you're asking them or...
Well,
Okay,
remember,
tell you
guys. Well,
when he
I'm not
comes
here, so I
back-
can't.
When Escanor comes back, you get him in a cobra clutch and we'll question him. Keep Shirase away from him.
Ooh, a fight?
So quickly, just to interrupt this good brainstorming. You see on them that they have, each of them have this heavy crossbow with 10 bolts, a masterwork short sword. You can tell it's masterwork; it's good quality short sword. And they have 1 acid flask on each of them.
Like,
And each of them had
what kind of
that
acid?
emblem I described to you.
Like the fun kind of acid, or like they're gonna try and hurt someone with acid?
Hurt someone with
Oh
acid.
god. I'm not sure acid the drug exists.
I'm sorry, they each had a masterwork short sword?
Yep. So if you guys want to collect all that stuff or leave it on the bodies, you can decide that. But the Escanor has found a guard and he is walking up to the building. I'll just switch over to Escanor right now. So you find the guard. What are you saying to him?
I'm just simply going to ask him that he summon the prince.
The prince? Which one? And why? What
I
makes you
need
think
you
I
to-
can just summon the prince?
I need you to request that the prince come here.
That's an odd
The
request. You do
Prince
realize there
Jay.
is a royal announcement taking place in 4 hours or so, and you want me to request the prince
Would I
make an
have
outing to the
would I
noble?
have borrowed the coin from?
You could have asked for it if Sasuke wanted to give it to you.
So I thought so. I just want to backtrack. This is out of character. I thought we
Mhm.
were going to keep the prince out of this for now and just summon the guard. That there was like some people jumped us. Did we
Well,
want
Up
to
to you.
change that and actually involve the guard, the prince?
well, for the time being, when I was still in the room, we believed that this was part of the that they were after the king at first.
So I kind of liked your idea, Jose, about you're right. We should have kept this secret. I think maybe we want to rethink summoning the prince and maybe just summon the guard and have it be like, hey, this is a crime scene and then we can go and talk to the prince in secret. Is everyone okay with that, or do we want to do something a little different? Because I liked Jose's suggestion that
I like Jose's
we're,
suggestion as well.
we're supposed to keep the secret. So
We don't want to call
Okay.
him for every little thing either.
well, I
Okay,
mean, he is our
so
bitch. So
then change it to we came upon this house and
Okay, well,
Jack was
hold on.
murdered.
Let's rewind. You come up to the garden. What do you say? Sorry, just so I know what's being said. So he'll see you coming up to me like, "Oh, Escanor, how's it going?"
Hey, we need some help.
Well, what do you need help with? You're the one usually helping us.
There's been an
chuckles.
incident.
A worried look kind of comes across his face. What do you mean, an incident?
The nobleman, Jack, has been murdered.
A noble has been murdered? Where did this happen, and how do you know about it?
In his home. He had asked me to come here, and as we walked through the door,
Sorry, you cut out as you walked through the door. What happened?
hold on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I sense a Gingy giving advice.
Well, as you're saying this, he'll just put a hand up and say, "Oh, hold on, let me go get some more guys for this." So he'll round up like 5 to 10 guards within some time, and then they'll come back and say, "Escanor, give us the lowdown. What's going on?"
While we're
So-
waiting, I'm gonna definitely wipe off my sword and sheath it and like sit down and chill and look non-threatening.
I'm going to basically do the same thing, clean up my weapons, collect my arrows.
Same.
I think you guys didn't do anything wrong.
Oh,
No.
That's awesome. So I'm the only one
wait.
sitting there with a bloody ass shield and a
It
sword.
was him. He did it all.
I just want to give. I know that this is one of your first games, Jose. I would actually recommend not lying. Just tell them the truth. When you lie, DMs are sadistic bastards. They like to basically catch you in lies.
Oh, okay.
No. Just treat this like like a somewhat realistic encounter as much as possible. Like if you like this just happened, you're coming up to the royal authority. You believe you've done nothing wrong. Like there's no reason to lie. I don't think.
Okay.
If you
Well,
wanna
and
lie,
we
you
haven't
can.
done
That
anything
says
wrong. I mean,
Escanor
we were
should
basically summoned to this guy's house
Yeah.
to help
Supposed to
him.
be
I'm not
deal
trying
with
to. Hold on. What I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to trick you into like doing something you don't want to do. Just you should react how you think your character would react to anything. I'm never trying to like
That's-
trick you to do a certain thing. You know what I mean?
That's what somebody who's trying to trick you would say.
True, but
Okay.
Just
okay,
go
I-
tell him that this noble asked you to help kill some rats, and while you're killing rats, we got jumped and heard sounds upstairs, and when we went upstairs, we found the fucking nobleman dead. Just say
Right, that's what I was suggested too. I
All
just
right.
didn't want to meta too much.
Okay. I'm ready for my close up.
all right. So the guards, there's 5 to 10 guards around you now, and they all they look very worried, and they have their weapons kind of at the ready. And the one guard you found comes up to you and says, "So a noble's been murdered. What's happened?"
So this nobleman approached me in the would it have been like a courtyard?
You guys were in the
Assembly,
square, the main market
square.
square. Yeah.
He approached me in the square, requesting some help of me, and we came to dispose of some rats. And while we were down there, we were attacked by 3 hooded men. While we were engaging the men down below, we heard a thud come from upstairs, and we found Jack dead on the floor.
There's kind of like an awkward silence as they all kind of look around at each other, and the one guard.
Jack is a close family friend to my father, and I hate that I have to break this news.
We've heard of Jack Goldfeather. We heard he's been having some money troubles. His wife actually left him recently. I don't know if you heard. But perhaps he got in with the wrong kind of people. Anyways, show us the way. We'll come look at what happened.
In here.
So they will follow you back to his house. They open the door. They see his body lying there, and they basically ask like, "Oh, where's those hooded figures you talked about?"
They're downstairs in the cellar with the rest of my party.
Who else is in here? As they were about to walk downstairs.
So we can hear them, right?
Yeah, you hear a bunch of people have entered the house. You can, I guess, if the door's open, you can hear them. They're not being quiet.
Okay, so I'm trying to be as non-threatening as possible at this point.
So, would all of you be gathered at the table drinking tea?
Just calmly drinking tea.
Playing cards.
Hell yeah. No, I'm just like
Natalia and I are arm
chilling
wrestling.
against the wall. No, I'm standing against the wall with my arms crossed. Okay, leave me alone. I'm not arm wrestling.
Yeah, well, I'm like you said. I'm actually sitting in the chair at the table with like one leg resting on the other. You know, like that sort of cross-legged.
All right, so I tell them that Saska is down there, Natalia, and Shirase the captain.
I think one of the other guards near the back perks up and he says, "Oh, I heard about them. They're kind of working together. They've been assigned the task of helping out with security during the announcement later today." The other guards kind of nod and they kind of relax a bit more, and then they'll all kind of come down, or 4 or 5 of them will come down, 4 or 5 stay upstairs and just looking at the house and the scene. They come down here, they see all of you, and they look at the bodies, and then they say, or one of them speaks up and he says, "So, can you guys tell me again what happened here exactly?"
I speak up and I say, well, we were called to exterminate some pests, and unfortunately, while we were doing that, it seems that some mysterious figures attacked. I don't know exactly what happened to poor Jack, but we heard the thump upstairs while we were trying to deal with the ones that jumped us downstairs.
So some of the guards look over. They see the dead rats, and they kind of nod, and then they look over to these bodies, and then they will go to them. And sorry, so you guys, I didn't give you a chance to answer. Did you take off all their items, or did you leave them where they were?
I have gathered them.
Like in your inventory, like you've.
I will actually put them on my. I'll put them on my character sheet if you want. I want at least the masterwork swords.
Okay, so you have. Okay, so I just want to know what's on the bodies right now as the guards are looking at them. So you've taken the swords away and the crossbows, or what have you taken away?
No, I've left the crossbows and the bolts. I have the swords about my body. I will hand them out or sell them or whatever. The symbols I will have on the table before me.
So all 3 of the symbols are just on the table?
Mm-hmm. And when they come down, if they start looking at the bodies, I'll say, these symbols were on the bodies. And I kind of shove them across the table.
And I speak up and I say, just so you know, I've seen that symbol before. It represents the god Azrael, the god of chaos.
This is kind of above our pay grade, but some of you look a little injured. What did their crossbows don't look like they've been loaded. What did they strike you with? Do they use magics on you?
Yeah, they channeled negative energy against me and Escanor. That's why we're down.
I just kind of look sheepish and say, actually, a rat got me.
No shame in that.
It was a rodent of unusual size.
This is extreme importance. No one should be able to use any spells whatsoever in the city. This is a utmost urgent matter.
Well, these boys did, so you've got to leave.
Okay. So at that point, my eyes. I kind of put my hand up to my chin, and I'm kind of rubbing my little scruff there, and my eyes narrow, and I stand up, take one of the symbols, and I walk over to Shirase and I say, "Hold this for
So I hold it.
now. Give me guidance."
All right. So I'm gonna attempt to cast.
Ask the guards first if they will allow you to attempt to give guidance to him. These guards
Oh,
are
good
used to killing someone on sight or
Sorry, what's being said in character and what's out of character right now?
So yeah,
Okay.
you probably want to say that in character.
So, yeah. So, as he says that, before she starts to do anything, I'm going to say in character, stop, wait. And I'll, look to the guards and say, is it all right with you if she attempts to cast guidance on our friend here?
They kind
And
of
I look at the guards and I say, just an experiment. We're not doing anything lethal.
Yes, of course. You suspect these amulets to be the cause of their ability to bypass our suppression
Yes,
of
I
magic?
do.
All right, well, try it out. The guards will kind of stand back, looking kind of nervous.
Okay, so I guess, I heard a click.
The magic fizzles from your hands. It does not
Say
go-
no. It's not these amulets.
That was worth a shot. Thank you. I'll basically toss it back on the table, walk over and sit down next to the cat again and start petting the cat.
So the
And
guards,
I don't know if you're actually looking, but I'm actually... I've typed it in there that I've lifted the cat up onto the table and I proceed to pet the cat.
Oh, I missed that. Good to know.
Sorry, I will let you know when I do that.
No, yeah, I should have been looking. I just missed that. So yeah, the guards will tell you guys they thank you for, obviously stopping these guys. They're up to no good or something like that. Well, the guards from the top come down with a pouch of gold in their hands, and they say, "This was on Jack. It looks like he took a payment to send you guys down here. Did you guys do anything to him to warrant this, or what's this about?"
So I'll turn. Basically, I'm facing the table. So I'll turn. The chair is now facing Natalia, and I said, "You were right. He did look suspicious."
Well, if you guys don't have any leads on why this happened, we'll take care of it from here. You guys can go about if you're injured. You maybe go see a cleric in the temple for some healing or something.
I look at the guards and I say, "Is it all right if I take one of those pendants? I just want to maybe, think on these things. If I think of anything, I'll of course come forward and let you know if I have any ideas on why this might have happened."
Give me a diplomacy check. Oh, yeah. He looks at you up and down and he says, "Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem as long as you leave us with some so we can examine it further. You guys being employed by the king, I don't see a problem if you take one of these."
Thank you. And I go ahead and put it in my robe.
And yeah, they'll just kind of, unless you have any questions for them or
The guys
anything-
didn't have any money on them, did they?
They did not.
Okay. Wow, they must have
Only
used to be
Jack.
benders too.
So wait, you guys left the acid flasks on them and everything, right? You just took the swords?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted the acid flasks too.
Okay, so make sure you have 3 acid flasks on your character sheet. And the masterwork swords.
I'm putting the pendant on mine.
Yeah, so you guys can leave here. And did you want to let the guards know anything else, or what did you want to do now? So
I want to gather. Just make sure that you heard that I gathered up my arrows, and I suggest that Shirase do the same.
I did that further up while Escanor was getting the.
Yeah, I heard you guys say you gathered your weapons and cleaned them and stuff. Sure.
Okay, so this is out of character.
Mhm.
John is being a stickler on encumbrance. I cannot carry anything else. So does somebody else want to carry the short swords?
I
No?
guess I could.
They're worth like 300 gold each. So,
Let's see. Let me check myself here. Yeah.
and I need to untangle the
What
cord
do they
on my
weigh?
headset. So,
If you hang on, let me help him.
It's fine if you're encumbered. You're just walking around the city. You just move slower. So just make sure you're not encumbered during combat, and it's not really a big deal.
I'm sorry. I had to unplug my headset for a sec. I didn't hear anything said in the last about 30 seconds.
Yeah. So I just said it doesn't matter if you're encumbered. You're just walking through the city. You can just offload them.
Okay.
Hopefully
then,
before you
then
enter
no,
any other
then
combat.
no big deal.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and carry.
Yeah.
The flasks of acid weigh what? About what?
I would say they're like similar to potions, kind of. So I looked it up before, and potions are not considered to have any weight unless you have like a lot of them. So I'll just say you don't have to put a weight on them for now.
Okay, cool. So it's okay, Jose. I'll carry him. I'm slightly encumbered, but I should be okay.
Yeah, as long as you offload them before any combat, I mean, it shouldn't be any issues. So yeah, did you guys want to tell the guards anything else? Anything you found out about from that little interrogation you had, or you want to keep that to yourself and move along?
Didn't really find out that much from him. He just fucking laughed at us and told us he knew shit about.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
He
were
knew of
brainstorming
me.
that you thought it was targeted at Escanor. I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
bring that up to them.
I
or-
am gonna talk to Escanor about that, but I don't want to do that in earshot of the guards.
Okay.
Okay, I can carry those for you. That's not a problem.
I had him
Okay.
drag the short sword from the compendium. I didn't know if the masterwork is heavier or not, but I just figured putting the short sword on there.
No, it shouldn't be heavier. Same way.
Just make sure we have 3 of them.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to remove that off my character.
Okay, so you guys have left here, I assume, and you're walking through the city.
Right,
What
make
are
our way
your
back to
plans?
the. Yeah, we're gonna make our way back to the square. We still have plenty of time. Is that correct?
Yep, you have like three or 4 hours before the thing going on.
So I guess the
So-
first thing I'll say is, does anyone actually want one of the masterwork short swords? They're basically a short sword plus 1 to attack.
Out of character, can a witch even like carry one of them?
You can carry it, but to use it, you'd have minus penalties unless you're proficient with, I think it's a martial weapon.
Yeah, witches are only proficient with simple weapons, so you would not be proficient with that
Okay, then
if it's
no.
martial.
Then no, I don't want it.
Would it be better for me?
You could
Probably.
dual wield that instead of your shield if you wanted
Although,
to do 2
actually,
weapons.
no, because you're taking specific, like, you
took
have
weapon
specific
focus for
feats
scimitars.
and stuff for your scimitar, so you don't want to use it. You'll lose out on bonuses from your feats if you change over to it.
Okay.
Our best bet is to literally just go sell these 3 swords and make some money off of them.
Okay.
I'm not giving up my lawn sword. Fuck that shit.
Okay, so you step outside the house while the guards are kind of in there, and what did you guys want to do? You got some time to kill before the ceremony? Do you guys want to talk about anything or do anything specifically?
I'd like us to regroup and heal up just in case.
Sure. Did you guys have any means of healing? I think you have a wand of healing.
I have a wand, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we would have to step outside the city, though, in order to do that.
No. You may have
No,
missed this
she
too.
established last
but
time that
I
she
think
could
Bella
use
was
it.
AFK, so she established that her
Oh,
wands
okay.
did work in the city.
Ooh, okay. I didn't know that.
We may still want to do that in private, not outside where everybody can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why don't we go for a walk shortly outside the city just to maybe heal up?
So wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. I was looking something up. So she cannot use the wand inside the city?
She can. You guys figured that out. Bella wasn't there, but you figured it out at the end of last session when she figured out her other wand, what it was.
Oh, she figured out what her other wand does?
Yeah, I will let Jess tell you what it does if she remembers.
So basically, what it does is it makes people like you more. I believe is what.
Yeah, Jaeger spoiled it. He told you what it was, but I don't know if you remember.
It charms them.
Okay, so it's like a charm person spell, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we really need to talk to the.
meat vendor. I
We
mean,
really
what?
need to talk to the. No, we need to talk to the prince and get him to. I don't know if he can do it secretly or not, but it would really help if she could cast her spells.
Well,
Interesting.
yes, but
Just use the wand on him.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you want to pull
Yeah,
the
there
wand
you
on the
go.
prince?
I think first what we should do is do what she says. Go outside so she can use the her abilities to decipher that.
I
Okay.
was kind of thinking I might detect magic on the amulet, you know.
Sure. So you guys can. are
Okay,
you guys
so
agreed
where
or
are
you're
we
gonna walk in?
closest? North. We're probably closest to the east gate.
So your the north gate you would know is because you went there. It is sealed. You cannot leave that way. It's closed. It looks like it was once a gate, but it's been completely walled off.
Okay.
You're close. So your closest exit is the western gates in the mining.
Western gates.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Isn't that the way we went with the body? Could we just sort of
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to our little spot?
Sure. So you guys are all ingredients. You guys walk outside the city to that little spot you had before. No one's
Yep.
really around. What would you like
Well,
to
I will spend some money and pick up some food. We'll have a nice picnic.
do? Sure.
No, seriously, I'll get some food and maybe some cheap wine.
Sure. Did you want prices on that stuff, or
Yes, so that I can remove it from my character sheet.
so? What exactly are you looking for? Just like random food?
So meat?
Do you want to go to the meat vendor, or do you want to go to just a
No, that guy's a douche.
My bae! Don't diss my bae!
I'm gonna get some meat, some bread, maybe a couple apples, and some decent wine.
Okay. So you can find if you go to the market square, you can look around. You can find all those things. It'll run you about 30 silver for everything.
Okay, I will deduct that from my character.
If you want, that's just for an average bottle of wine. If you want a nice one, jump it up to 45 silver. If you want like a nicer one. So yeah, you pick up that stuff, and you're gonna have a nice picnic outside. What would you guys like to talk about or do while you're having a nice little picnic?
So it's 10 silver for 1 gold.
Correct.
Okay, so I remove 5 gold from my character sheet.
Sure.
So I have a nice bottle of wine, some paper cups. Just drinking wine out of a paper cup is fucking bomb.
All
Yeah,
right.
so
So
you're outside
before
the
we
city.
start eating, I am going to put the cure wand to each of us to heal us. So I'll
Okay.
start with Escanor.
Okay, I am at full health.
Oh, you are? Okay. And then I point at Natalia.
All right. Are both of
And-
you topped up?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
finally, I pointed at myself.
All right.
I would turn towards Escanor and say, so, why would someone want you dead?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a setup for you because he wanted only you. He didn't want us to come along. So maybe this has nothing to do with the prince, and maybe it's more of a personal matter.
So just before he answers, I just want to remind the party of some things. You do recall that someone did escape there. I don't know if that worries you at all. The guy,
Of course it does.
So you're worried that this was a targeted attempt at Escanor and someone has escaped. So I don't know if this is worrying anyone or doing anything to worry about that, but just keep that in mind and continue.
Okay. And as an afterthought, Sasuke will kind of quirk his head to the side, and we can't forget that someone actually did get away, whoever actually killed Jack. And did we actually see how much gold he was paid?
You didn't ask.
He was said 80 gold.
What? Where'd you get that from?
80 was how much I think he was offering you to take care of the rats, not how much Jack was paid for
Oh.
basically getting
Luring
you into
us.
that basement.
Yeah, what you specifically saw was the guard had like a pouch in his hand, and he said Jack had gold on him, like blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Oh, then no.
I said, well, it's clear that someone wanted Escanor out of the way.
I don't quite know.
Escanor, make me an intelligence check for a possible thing your character would think of.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so you're thinking on it, and you're thinking, wow, this was a trap for me. My family lives in the city. Am I worried about them at all? So
They're gonna kill your family.
So the thought kind of comes to you that, like, perhaps your family is at risk. So that thought crosses your mind.
Now I'm concerned for my family.
I look at Escanor and I say, I know this might be presumptuous, but perhaps we should go check on your family. I kind of like to meet the people responsible for Escanor.
What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to go check on Escanor's family.
I say,
Unless you just don't care if they die.
I mean, it will mean I inherit everything.
That is true.
oh God. Before we leave here, first I just want to thank Saskia for this feast. This is really good, and I was hoping, since we were out of the city, I could detect magic on this pendant and just see if there's anything, magical about it. Perhaps.
Sure. You detect no magic on the amulet.
Alright, well, this thing isn't magical, it's purely decorative. Still, maybe I'm still going to keep it. Maybe the prince will be interested in it, or will know more.
I
Good
sort of
idea.
look at her and I say, you do realize that is the holy symbol of the god of chaos, and if that's found on you, might raise some odd questions. Just want to put that out there.
I appreciate your concern, Saskia, but I'm not exactly going to be displaying it. Are you meaning like if I was searched?
Yes.
So as you guys are talking about this and having a picnic, Escanor, are you not concerned about your family? You kind of had this thought, and now you're just chilling. You don't want to like rush to them at all, or?
No. Guys, I need to go check on my family.
We should go together. We're stronger together. What is?
What?
Oh.
You clicked the
Alright, clicked on the
concentration.
wrong button.
He's trying to concentrate on your spell.
Yeah,
That's what
I can
happens.
see the little face, him trying to concentrate. One big eye, one small.
Alright, I just need to make some rolls real quick.
Not really concentrating, that's poop face. Saskia has to go to the
I'm
bathroom.
actually gonna go change this kid's diaper real fast. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's only my family, you know.
No, obviously when people are AFK, game time does
know.
not pass.
I know.
I'm just gonna quickly look at your backstory real fast. No concern why.
I'm gonna just, as you're doing that,
Pay
we're having
no
our little
attention
picnic.
to the man behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Just gonna take a real quick look around, see that, nobody's pointing crossbows at us from the shadows.
Make me a perception check.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't see anyone. Seems pretty safe. You're
I'd
sure
also
you're
like
alone.
to point out that I read something the other day. You cannot actually critically fail or critically succeed on a skill check.
That's correct.
They
Steve
have
taught me
no
that.
meaning,
It's just a low roll, basically.
right? I mean, that's literally a 1 for me, but
Yeah.
not actually a critic.
I know this. I give you the information you got from the
Okay.
well.
Cool.
You do not see
I
anyone in
noticed that the
woods.
wine is pretty good.
I am
I-
not drinking the wine.
It's probably just a weak wine. It's probably not like gonna get us
Yeah,
drunk.
but I'm more
I paid
worried about my family.
Free gold for that.
Starting to get antsy.
I will say that I have that pendant. I did like wrap it in something, so it's not immediately obvious what it is or anything.
You didn't like attach like leather straps to it and put it on your forehead?
I was thinking of making a neon sign.
She made it a collar for her kitty.
No,
Nice.
someone might attack my kitty, thinking her an agent of chaos.
Not if you
An
turn the
agent of
triangle
chaos.
upwards. Duh.
Duh. So is there anything else you wanted to plan out on your... You're just heading right to... when Bella gets back, you're just heading right to Escanor's house?
Actually, would my good friend Mr. D be on
Mr. B, would he be where?
B
Sorry,
for
what was
my
your question?
backstory?
Yeah. What were you asking? If you'd be
Would
where?
he be on the way to my home?
Why would he be on your way to your home?
Like, as far as how we get to my home, would he be on the way as far as...
Oh,
not
I thought
going
you
out
meant him walking there. Where did you say he lives? Or did you really say where he lived?
I didn't really say where he lives. He was more of somebody that I met in that
Okay,
world.
well, I'll let you decide. What kind of person do you think he would be? Would he be someone who... Because you said he was running this fight club kind of thing. That strikes me more
Yes,
of a...
but he easily
common-
blends in with... Yes and no. I mean, if you think about it, the nobleman would be their place in bed.
Okay. So... Sure, I'll let you decide. Where do you think he... Would he be a commoner or would he be a noble? Basically is what I'm asking.
What do you call someone in between?
You want him to be just like a middle class dude? Okay, so his house will not be on the way, but it's like, I don't know, 15 minutes out of your way maybe? 15, 20 minutes out of your way?
The reason I'm asking is I would like to ask him if he knows why somebody would be after me.
Maybe we check on your family first and then go talk to him, as it seems
Yeah.
like it may be kind of urgent to go make sure your family is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone here?
Yep.
Yeah, here? Okay. So yeah, you guys can head to there. Are you guys running, or are you guys... How are you guys proceeding? Are you like rushing through the streets to get there, or are you kind of just speed walking with purpose? Tell
I
me
think
what you're doing.
Escanor should be setting the pace here. Like,
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would definitely be walking with purpose at the very least.
Okay. So let's see how long it would take you to get to your house.
It just had to be up on the fucking hill.
Okay, you can get there within 10 to 15 minutes.
7. I say we take 7.
What? Take
Like
7
we're moving just fast enough to take 7 minutes to get there.
Well, do you suggest this as you notice the pace is too slow for your liking? Do you say anything?
Nah, because I'm also trying to pay attention again to see if we're followed. Because now I'm really starting to worry about that guy that got away.
Okay, that's important you said that. Do you want to give me a perception check? Is anyone else looking around, or is everyone...
Yes.
I will say, if you're taking time to notice your surroundings, you're going to move slower than a quickened pace. Like if you're walking with purpose, you're kind of tunnel vision. You're not focused on your surroundings. In my
So
opinion. So
that's fine. So you want to give me a minus on my perception check?
sure, if you want to keep pace and move quickly, I'll give you a minus 4 to your perception check.
I got really high perception.
Okay. Is anyone else looking around as you're walking with purpose? Okay. Yeah, as you move through the city, it's just busy. Sharice is focused on, she's worried about your family for you. No one, you guys don't really notice anyone following you or anything. It's just a busy city. Yeah.
Okay, so unless anything happens before we get there, when we do get to Escanor's house,
Sure.
I am going to do a combo skill. I'm going to. So if there's anyone following us, okay, because I think there is, we're just
Okay.
not noticing them. Okay, I am going to attempt to become. I guess I'm going to say I'm going to stealth. Okay, like just kind of step back into a shadow somewhere, and when they go inside, I'm going to stay outside and completely focus on whether or not anybody comes walking up to the house.
Okay. Do you want to do that regardless of what you see when you get to the house, or do you want to decide that when you get there?
Yeah, what you said. The
Yeah,
second
I'd
part.
assume so. Okay.
Right, because if the house is fucking on fire,
Yeah. Okay. So, anything else specific, or are you guys just heading there?
We're just heading there
Okay.
at this point.
So yeah, I'll just keep those perception checks in mind. That's what you're doing as you're walking. You approach your house, and I assume Escanor would be in the front. So
Yeah.
you get there, you see the door is slightly ajar, and there's a bloody handprint on it. What would you like to do?
Aw, fuck.
shrug dismissively and go get some more wine. No.
I thought you said you were stealthing.
At this point, I'm probably not going to stealth because I'm guessing Escanor is going to panic and go running through the door, which I'm
Yep.
going to follow him.
Okay,
Pull
hold
out
on.
sword
Let
and
me
shield and bust through
hold
the-
up. Hold up. We need some appropriate music.
Daddy's dead.
All right, so you walk up, you see a handprint, a bloody handprint on the door, and sorry, what are you doing?
I've pulled out my sword and shield and kicked the door open.
All right, you bust through the door. You see.
And I start calling out for. Damn, I forgot my own mother's name.
Right? No, what Gigi said. Uncle Owen and Peru.
Well, hold on. While you're looking for that, as you bust in, you see a blood trail leading up to the door. Like clearly someone has been stabbed and made their way to the door. Clearly the handprint is someone who left the house with a bloody trail leaving them. It looks like they were probably really injured.
Okay.
It looks like a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood around the house. It seems like there was a big fight that happened here, clearly.
So the blood trail leads in, or it comes from within, leading out.
You.
I have tracking, so if
Okay.
that matters.
So you okay? Do you have a check to make for tracking at all?
yes, I do. Wow, it doesn't look right though.
If not, just give me a perception check. Anyone can make this perception check if you're all kind of looking at like deciphering what happened.
I would also like to note that I feel like for reasons my character should have slight bonuses to looking at a blood.
So yeah, Escanor just looks like a. Wait, where did the perception start? Was sure you say right? Okay.
Jesus.
Could I buy a fucking roll?
So everyone except for Natalia, when you walk in here, it looks like there's just been a fight. It looks like both, quote unquote, both sides exchanged blows. There's different kind of spatters on the wall that look like spatters you would know from like fighting. That blood came from both sides. It looks like two directions. Natalia has keener eyes to this for some odd reason. She knows that it looks like there's a more amount of blood looking like someone took a lot of injuries and left and was allowed to like leave here or like left this place. Basically, she knows. She can tell by the direction of the blood.
I will tell the party that it looks like someone who was heavily injured left the house.
And sorry, Escanor, you are in here shouting your family members' names.
Yes.
There is
Mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters.
yeah. So there is only silence that meets your calls.
Oh god, they're dead.
Where are you going? Where are you running? Are you checking a certain room first, or where are you going?
I guess I'd head up towards the bedrooms.
Okay. Whose bedrooms are you going into and checking?
First room would probably be the second eldest. So
Okay. You go in empty.
Is there blood in the room?
There is no blood in the room.
does it look bothered?
No.
Okay.
In fact,
So
when
I
you
turn-
went, I guess I don't really have a good description of your house.
So I just need to interrupt you just for a sec.
Yeah.
So while they're all doing this, I'm taking 10 on my tracking skill.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess real quick layout would be, the first floor is just when you walk in, it's a open living space,
Mm-hmm.
Followed by the kitchen in the back, which we haven't seen.
Correct. Okay.
In that open living space, there'd be a set of stairs going up
Okay.
towards the bedroom.
Okay. Okay. I'll just use that and go with that. So the bedrooms are all on the second kind of floor.
Mhm. Are any of the other doors open?
They are all ajar. Yes. They're
Okay.
But sorry. So when you came up the stairs, you would notice there's no blood up here at all.
Okay, so no blood at all.
Yeah, it looks like the
No
majority of the
one's
blood and
on.
stuff happened in that main room you were in, and there's also blood near the kitchen as well. But you haven't gone in
Okay,
there.
so I check each room individually real quick.
All empty and no blood or any disturbance. I mean, they're just maybe messy from. There's no like show of a struggle in
Okay.
here at all.
So I run back down and past Natalia and Shirase and run towards the kitchen while I'm still shouting.
Yeah. So, give me a perception check as you walk into the kitchen.
Yep, so your entire family's dead.
You walk into the kitchen, and you see your mother holding one of the masterwork swords from you noticed earlier, kind of hunched over, holding her shoulder, and just looking pissed off. But she's otherwise okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, is she alive?
I said she's looking pissed off, but yeah.
She could have died.
Well, you
looking
can,
pissed off.
yeah, right. Last look on her face was pissed.
Was okay, yeah. She's slumped. She's like leaning on like a counter, holding her shoulder, shouting curses, and she's gripping one of the masterwork swords that you recognize that look similar to the ones you have. So as she's
Mother,
yeah,
what happened?
some bastard came in here and tried to attack us,
Pendejo.
but he didn't know who he was messing with because I cut him up bad and the coward fled. I sent your siblings to find you. Where have you been?
I was attacked by possibly his friend. We've been asked to patrol the square for the.
Are you fighting again? Is this what this is about?
I really don't know what this is about. The Jack came and asked me to help him with something, and then we were attacked while I was at his.
She kind of grunts. I don't know if this impresses you that your mother basically fended off this attack or whatever, but she.
Yeah, I'm kind of stunned. Like, I didn't know she could fight.
Yeah, so just from reading your backstory, you said she was like kind of like a rock of the family. So I imagine her like kind of like tough as nails kind of thing. So basically, she tells you that this guy just burst in the room and attacked her, and she disarmed him and took his sword and cut him up bad, and he ran away. And she didn't want to follow him because she's kind of injured herself, but not deadly injured. She just didn't want to run around the town with thing.
I
She
think
lets you
at
know her
this
sibling.
point, I kind of look behind me and like shout over to, should I say, to please come over.
So I go over to Escanor and I say, "How can I help?"
Can you please heal my mother?
I nod and say, "Of course."
She kind
And
of
so-
clears her throat and says, "Who's this, Escanor?" And kind of looks you up and down.
She's a pretty talking kitty.
I kneel down and I say, "Please don't be alarmed. I have something that can ease your pain and heal."
Yes, of course. You're the first lady Escanor's brought home to meet his mother.
Mother!
So I do we need to remove the sword first? Is it like lodged in there?
No,
No,
she's
she-
holding
No,
it.
she's holding
She's
it.
holding
holding
it.
it.
Okay.
She's wielding it, quote unquote.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So the
So-
wound starts stitching up in front of you. And, oh,
So, are we inside the city?
yes.
The wand works inside the city.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad. I take back my bit.
Yeah. So
We've literally said this 3 times.
it's okay. So
My need has inspired her to heal through the damn void. Okay.
so as the magic leaves the wand, the wound stitches up in front of her, and she looks amazed, and she kind of raises her arm back and forth, and she says, "Oh, brand new. Impressive. I never think Escanor would meet such a respectable young lady in all his journeys he's done. He's been getting in fights and regrettably hasn't followed in the footsteps of his father, but it's okay. We love him still."
Really, mother, at a time like this? Speaking of which, where is...
Yes, he's been at the mines for almost over a week. He's been there for longer than usual. Usually he just takes a quick review of the city and makes sure the mining town is up to par and makes their deliveries on time. He's usually only there for most 3 to 4 days, but he hasn't been back and it's been over a week. I was starting to get worried,
Yeah.
but
You hear off in the distance. That doesn't sound good.
So I look at Escanor's mother and I say, "Pardon me, dear lady, but was there only the one attacking you, or was there multiple attacks?"
one lousy coward. Would have took 3 of him to
You
take me down.
You said you injured him. Could you recall what direction he ran out?
I didn't watch him leave. He just ran like the coward he was. I almost took his life, I'm sure of it. He couldn't have made it that far. Did you guys see anything outside or anything like that?
We only saw blood on the door.
Well, once the kids get back, you should probably talk to a guard and track that fool down before you... He's probably dead in the streets somewhere. And while you're at it, you better find out what's going on with your father. It's not like him to at least send word if he's going to be late.
We should get you over to your sister's house.
That sounds like a good idea.
So I have 10 rounds passed.
Sure. Why do you need a certain amount of rounds passing? What are you doing?
Well, it says taking 20 takes 2 minutes. So I'm guessing taking 10 takes 1 minute.
Sure. So,
So like I said, I'm taking 10 to track the blood.
yeah. So the blood in the house, you can clearly see that it's going outside of the house. There's a trail of blood that leads outside the house. Once you get to, if you follow the trail outside the house, there's some spatters here and there, but there's no discernible track to follow to follow this guy.
Okay, he heals himself or something.
Perhaps, or I don't know. There's no discernible trail to see beyond the house steps.
Okay, I will come walking back in and say I lost the trail.
So as Escanor made that suggestion. She's kind of gathering some supplies and stuff from the house and stuff for your siblings, and she'll make her way. I don't know if you want to escort her to your aunt's house. I guess you said you wanted to bring her to.
Yeah, it would just be like a house or two down. In the process, I asked the neighbors that if they see my siblings to make sure they go.
Yeah. So if what are you guys doing? Are you sticking around here? Or are you making what's your plan?
I want to go talk to Mr. B.
Okay. Anyone else have any
So I
objections?
suggest the party that we go talk to my old cohort.
I'm
That sounds
not. I want to get to the bottom of this. It sounds like a hit was put out on his family.
So we
So
don't
they
know
still
who
don't
Master
know-
B is. Is that correct?
Only Escorner knows who this guy
I still haven't really told them my background, have I?
is. No. So yeah, I guess if you want to go to him, you would probably explain who you want to go see. I guess.
So
I
on
mean,
the
I've
way
read your
there-
background. So
Well, in character, I meant.
On our way there, I guess one of you would have probably overheard my mother mention my fighting.
I would have. And I look at Escanor and say, what was all this about fighting?
I look over and just kind of sigh and I say, it's not really something I talk about, but yes, I was an underground fighter. Let's just say I had quite the rebellious age when I was younger. Mr. B was kind of like a mentor, you could say. He helped me become the person But being in the underground, maybe he might have some information as to who might be after. You're about to get choked.
Okay, so are you guys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you guys headed there, following Escanor to?
Yep.
Mr.
I
B's?
nod.
Yeah.
Like that's a perfectly good course of action.
So if this is okay,
Although
with,
I do mention that we can't take too long. We do have to be back at the square soon.
yeah, you guys got about 2 hours until that takes place.
Can I ask you a question real quick, John? On the map there's that big open spot with like one little square. What is that?
That's the
the
market square. That's where all the
That is the market square.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if this is okay with you, Jose, I would like your guy to live on the border between like the common district and the noble district. I think that's what would make the most sense for this guy.
Okay.
So he lives
And
like
that is...
so
Okay.
that's like in this area general. Oh, my ping is not selected. That's like in this area generally. So it's like kind of a bad-ish neighborhood, but it's like decent. It's not like this is
So
this is like
little
slummy
road
area.
here. Yeah, I was gonna say this road here, is that the divider between the common area, the middle class, and
Kind
the
of,
nobles
yeah,
are in...
exactly. So this area here would be like the super middle class. This area here is like the noble-ish area, and this kind of section here is where the poorer people live. So
Okay.
here is still like people that aren't super wealthy, but they're not super poor. They're basically middle class in this general
Yeah.
area. So yeah,
You say he's middle class, but he's probably really rich. But he likes living amongst.
this is just
He
where
doesn't like to draw attention to
exactly.
himself.
Yeah, just to be clear, this is where he lives. This is where people live. It doesn't necessarily mean what wealth they have. Anyone can live where they want. You just have to afford the place and live there, basically. So, yeah, like theoretically, any noble person could be living in the poorer district if they wanted. Just generally, obviously, the poorer people live in the poorer areas generally. Okay, so you're on your way to this guy's house, and are you guys again? How are you guys walking there? Are you in a hurried way? Are you guys looking around your
Yes.
usual thing, or what are you doing?
So I just want to let you know I still think that I should be keeping an eye out to see if we're being followed. I've been rolling terrible perception checks, but my character is paying attention.
Okay.
I would say we are in a hurry, considering we also have to play guards.
Okay. Sorry. So, do we have any perception checks for looking out yet? So sorry, you said you were moving in a fast pace, so I'll give you any penalties for that, or are you actually
That's
taking
fine.
time to look around and...
That's
No,
fine.
I'll take the penalty.
Okay. Ooh. So everyone except for Natalia will kind of notice that the quality in your surrounding people is kind of degraded a bit. You'll see people looking more shady as you venture more into the worser part of town. You definitely don't notice anyone following you, but Natalia, you actually notice there's a guy trying to like catch your attention, and he's kind of like waving you over, specifically you.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want to go to him or?
Yeah, I'll tell everyone. Wait just a quick second. I will go up to him and be like, "What do you want?"
Oh, you see him. He's kind of like stuttering on his words. He says, I noticed you over there, and I noticed you, your group of friends. You were kind of looking around for something. Is there something you're looking for? Maybe I can help you."
I doubt you can help me.
Really? I know the city pretty well. I get around. I can help you. Just tell me, what are you guys looking for?
We are headed to Escanor's friend's house. I'm not sure how you could help with that. He knows where we're headed.
Where is everyone else while she's talking? Did you guys wait over there while she went up to this guy, or you guys?
I'm probably slowly kind of walking over there, like I don't know. I don't know if he sees me as threatening. I'm not being threatened.
Maybe just a couple feet away from her. Like we're waiting on her, but she knows we're kind of moving her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of waiting to the side.
Sure. While you're speaking to this guy, Natalia, do you want to give me a sense motive to see if it's kind of weird? This guy's just waving you over, and you're like, "What's this guy's deal?"
Jesus.
Nobody else close to her, right? Because I think this guy's a.
There's
Would
no
I
one,
know
no one else
him?
close to her, and with those perceptions are still in effect, he just looks like a random, common guy. Yeah, so when you're looking at this guy trying to assess, like, what was this guy bothering me for? He just seems like he wanted your attention. Maybe he's trying to, like, hit on you, maybe, or something. You're not quite sure. He's pretty awkward. So as you mentioned that you're helping Escanor, he kind of looks over, sees Escanor, and he says, "Oh, I see. I guess you guys are together or something, or."
I raise an eyebrow at him and say, "I'm helping him."
Okay, well, I guess I can't really help you then. And he just kind of puts his hand in his pocket and slumps back.
Did you want to help me with something in
No,
particular?
it's okay. It seems you got enough help as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making that
This is
noise
some
at him?
interesting demonic
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Those noises, exactly.
Excellent. Okay, do you just like walk away from him, or?
That's a weird cat call.
I am going to attempt to be like, no, tell me, why were you trying to call me over here?
Are you guys chill with her, like wasting time talking to this guy, or do you want to say anything to her, or are you just letting things unfold?
I have no control over Natalia.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I mean, it's pretty clear I have no control over it.
Okay. You trying to get some information out of this guy? Let
Just
me
kind of like
check.
glaring over, trying to see if I can get a better view of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He just kind of leans back and he says, "No, it's okay. If I'm being honest, you were just really pretty, and I wanted to talk to you, but it seems like you got a nice, strong guy over there. I can't really compete with that, so it's whatever. It's fine. Just continue on your way."
Okay, weirdo. And I'm gonna turn away from him and keep walking.
I was hoping you were gonna like intimidate him and punch a hole in the wall next.
Really? Because Saska was thinking to himself, I'm pretty. How come you didn't call me?
So, can I get a round of perception checks? Everyone rolled perception? Okay. Escanor and Saska, as she turns around, you notice this guy pulling out. Yeah, your back is turned. You notice him pulling out a rapier, and
I attack.
What the fuck?
you can all roll initiative. You're not surprised. Natalia, as he pulls out the rapier, you hear him say, "Elrith sends his regards," and you can roll initiative.
Oh shit!
I don't have a token to click.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay.
Or do you want to end here? It's up to you. This won't be.
No, we're
long.
killing this fuck.
Okay, we'll just we'll just do it here.
Hi.
Give me a second.
Sorry, I happen to be clicked on the party, so.
We attack him all at once with a 20 initiative.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Hell
bring you
yeah.
over here. You guys are. I'll kind of organize you how I pictured you being. So Natalia turns this back to this guy. He's beside her. Escanor was kind of waiting nearby. Everyone was kind of nearby waiting for her.
So
You can be
let me
somebody
ask, just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing who Natalia is, she's gonna see our reactions.
Yeah, so she's not surprised,
that
but
that perception check, wouldn't she just react?
I mean, I'm not saying she's surprised. She's just getting her normal initiative order.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably yell something like, "Look out!"
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys didn't say anything to her, she'd be surprised. But she, with that perception check, she notices you
I
guys.
don't actually say anything. I just look at.
I'm just trying to make her more badass.
Okay, I'm just saying. I look at Sephra and I say she can take it.
Shirazi?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Shirasi.
Sorry, can we all roll initiative again?
Yes.
I didn't notice that.
My initiative
Clear.
stunk.
Boo.
I rolled a nat 20, so I would like you to give me that damn roll. I will roll it again to put it on, but
Okay.
I would like my 24, please and thanks.
All right. No crying. It's fine. We're
Not
all
wasting
fine.
my one nat 20 of the day, okay?
Okay. What's your bonus to initiative? Okay, I'll just make you go. I'll make you go first. Is everyone okay with their initiative, or do you want to?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Mm.
Natalia, you see your friends behind you in shock and pointing, and if anyone says anything.
Right, I point and say, "Look out!"
Okay. Because you said afterwards that you didn't say anything. So.
I'm gonna say idiot, but not really shouting it because I already know it's gonna.
Right? You're basically going idiots.
Okay, so I am going into Blood Rage power attacking, and I'm gonna basically in like one solid
Jesus.
movement, I unsheath my sword, spin around, and slice it across his stomach, hopefully. Ah!
Jesus.
Holy
Yeah!
So as he goes to raise his rapier, Natalia spins around in one quick motion, slices him literally in half.
Don't
And-
fuck with me, motherfucker!
And his body collapses in two, and he's dead.
I'm going to borrow Bella's die for the next session. So
I
that
thought
can start
about
getting
trying
fuck-
to interrogate him, but I guess I'm just fucking slicing him in half.
Yeah, he's
I
dead.
mean,
Right?
I
I pick
figured
up-
you
I
trigger
pick
you
up
with
the
the
top.
word.
I pick up
Yeah.
the top half of his body and I shake him. Who sent you?
Don't piss Natalia off. Elroth's gonna be
So-
my bitch!
Jesus.
As they're doing that, I guess I'm looking over towards my friend.
There were some people around, so people have panicked and screamed and shouted and have scattered. So we have 5 minutes to go. So I don't know if you guys want to search him quickly. And I can tell you what he
Yeah, I
has, or-
want to search his body for sure.
Okay, well, I've got the top half of his body, so you have to wait.
I
gonna
will
say, you're probably more
glare
than
at
happy to hand
you
it to her.
super
I'm not-
fucking
I'm-
hard and be like, you hand me the motherfucking body and let me search this motherfucking man.
Okay, I
Okay.
just casually, nonchalantly toss her the top half of his body.
So you will find a note written in like kind of broken common, with a. So the note says, If you want, I can PM it to you if you want super secret memes, but if you just want me to say it, I'll say it.
You can say it, but I probably also want like a copy of it just to like look at later. So if you want to just like copy and paste it into my room, but I'm fine with you saying it out loud.
Okay. So you see in broken common, so like broken English, it says kill Natalia, and this is how she looks like, and it has like a rough description of how you look like.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't need to copy and paste that. Never mind.
And he also has a pouch of gold on him, which is, if you look into it, it's 50 gold pieces.
When you say broken common, is it got any other language on it besides common?
No, it just seems like it was written by a non-common speaker, non-native common speaker.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm glad you asked that because that's not what I got from that.
Yeah, so no one else has seen this, only Natalia, by the way. So unless she says this to you, she has the note and the pouch of gold in her hands, and she's reading the note.
Hey,
For now, I'm gonna just pocket all of it and say, all right, let's go deal with this man we're searching for.
Yeah, so we can end here. We'll deal with if you guys want to just be okay with moving on after she just murdered some guy and some guy tried to kill her.
Right. I just hold up my hand and say, nothing to see here, folks.
Perhaps he was an incel and he was upset about his
knew it.
Advances were refused, but you guys can figure that out next time, I guess. So
I know the feeling, man. I keep advancing on that meat vendor, but
yeah, I look at everyone and I say, when she turns you down, she turns you down.
No means no, guy.
Okay, so does someone have ready to record some experience?
Yep, I'm good to go.
Okay. So let me just pull them out.
I just want to say for the record, Bella, that's fucking bullshit.
What's bullshit?
Rolls.
You know damn right that if that would have happened to Marco, he'd have rolled a fucking one.
Well, lucky Marco's not in this game. It's Escanor.
I know.
So, 945 for the rats. This is total, not divided by each person yet. Just so you know, whoever's keeping track of this, I hope someone is.
Okay. Yep. I got my calculator up.
1800 for the clerics you killed. Um, 200 for this guy you just murdered. And what's our total right now?
29.45.
29.45. Okay, divide that for all of you. So by 4 or 3.
736.
4 divided by 4. Sorry.
That's rounded down.
Yeah, so that's for each of you. Now I'm going to give you like per person experience. So 200 each for role playing. And you can each take 500 each for advancing the story and what you found out so far.
Each?
Yep, 500 each. And the 200 each was for the roleplay. So that's what each of you are getting. And does anyone have any thoughts of any clever ideas that you had, or any ideas you think that helped the party a lot for individual experience?
Who came up with the idea that this was specific to Escanor?
Me.
I thought that was a pretty good idea.
All right, Bella, take 100 experience. And make sure you remember your recap experience.
Yeah, I already put that in.
I remember Jose said something that I thought was really good. I think it was...
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Take 100 experience for reminding the party to not... to keep things quiet when you're investigating, because I remember you said that and no one else was kind of thinking about that.
What about for telling Shirazi to ask the guards before casting magic?
That was a good idea, but she kind of announced, or Saskia kind of announced that she was going to be casting guidance on him, so it was going to be okay.
True.
But that was a good idea, but you've already got enough experience.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Jose, take an extra 100 for that.
Did I get anything for slitting that guy's throat?
Yeah, you can take an extra 100
For surprising the party.
Yeah, take an extra 100 for that. That was a cool moment, and Sasuke can take another 100 for having that idea in the house to try and track the guy. It kind of led to you realizing he could heal himself and stuff like that. So that was good. So basically, everyone can take an extra 100 for those cool ideas you
Okay,
had.
so
And yeah, that's
okay.
I think that's
There
it.
you go.
Unless anyone has any other things I
Did I
forgot.
get extra XP for realizing that my mom's a bad?
No.
The DM gets extra XP for that.
Well, I don't know if you want spoilers, but I actually rolled to see if they died or not, and they rolled. She rolled a nat 20, so I was like, she fucked him up. So
I figured.
yeah,
I like the fact that she killed him with a chancla.
yeah.
What's
That would've
the
been
range on a
hysterical.
chancla?
So because she rolled the nat 20, I was like, you know what? She used his own fucking weapon against him and beat him up. So
Nice.
Did she keep
I'm
that-
gonna
did she
go
keep that
put
sword?
my kid to bed.
She did.
okay.
Okay, Bella.
You coming back, Bella? She gone.
So yeah,